my dude at? I need to see if my dude here. I gotta make him a moderator. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. I don't know how to do it. It's gonna take me a minute. No, it ain't. Yeah. Make you monitor everything. Yup. I'm just getting in, bro. We finna you know, I gotta get ready. Peace to the fam that's popping in. Peace. You know what we talking about. If you're tired of hearing it, you might well go ahead, man. We gotta talk about this demiurge. We gotta talk about this spell of this material world. We gotta talk about the revealer. What's that word though, man? Ain't gonna be having no negativity. I just gotta get my little self ready. If I would have kept procrastinating, it wouldn't have been no live. You know, niggas just don't do nothing. What's that word though, man? Y'all been studying or not? Cause nothing is absolute. I knew it. I saw you a mile away. I was just waiting on you to say something. Go and get lost, buddy. Go and get lost, man. Find yourself some business. You've been waiting on me to go live. See, the thing is, before I get into this, I'm not asking nobody to believe nothing. Y'all done got too familiar and too comfortable with people coming in and telling you, hey, this is what you gotta believe. Hey, this is what you gotta do. Quite frankly, I don't care what you do. But if you hear and you truly seeking something that's inside of yourself that's greater than what you've been told, you feel what I'm saying, versus this physical reality, your physical body, your physical senses or whatever, then we can have a conversation. Because all we doing is sharing information based upon the experience, based upon the different methods and the different systems and different information that we utilize, that we came across. Don't nobody got all of one answer. Somebody earlier said something about what did he say verbatim? These guys don't know how this thing works. When you say it in that context, you saying it as if you have all the answers. Nobody has all the answers, man. That's crazy. I don't have all the answers, and I'm not seeking all of the answers. What does that even mean? So, like this picture says, hold on real quick. Like this picture say right here. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Just because you feel like the world has to go somewhere, or not go somewhere, but go a certain way. People have to believe a certain thing and think a certain way, right? That don't mean you're right. I'm telling you to find your own perspective. But if your own perspective, if you think your own perspective is trying to make somebody else believe in whatever you believe in or deal what you believe in, I'm gonna tell you you're wrong, because that is wrong. But that type of energy needs to exist. That's where you get that positive and that negative to keep this whole illusion going or whatever. But we ain't finna do that over here. Everybody's seeking something, and hopefully that something is within inside of themselves and not outside of themselves. That's the goal here. That's the absolute goal. Come on here, talk to somebody else with that. You got me talking about that. I'm supposed to be doing what I'm doing. Let me put this other picture up because we're going to get right into it after this. God the devil. Don't harass nobody for sharing what they learned. I wouldn't care if it was a Satanist. I see real Satanists don't be out here doing bad things, what people think. I'm not a Satanist. I just happen to know. Knowledge is power. When you start to study things, you feel what I'm saying? You don't have fear of a lot of things. We get offended at certain things, want to argue, get triggered or whatever because we don't understand. That lack of understanding comes from somebody else influencing us. All you got to do is open your mind up and go seek it. If it don't resonate with you, you will know. But don't try to bash the next individual. That's crazy. That says a lot about you. And I don't think it's good. Yup. Who said that? The one. Monad. Call you Monad. That's your nickname. Yes, this is Y'all the Broth. I like to bring this picture up because I think it opens up a lot of things. A lot of things for what we talking about here. I always bring up Y'all the Broth's children. Elohim and Yahweh. Because I feel like they have some type of connection to these star seeds that everybody talk about. But I'm getting too far. We're gonna see if we make it. That's where it's supposed to be. Gotta be. I feel like we have a connection with this. Oh dang, I'm on the page already. Y'all the Broth defiles Eve. I'm just read off of this. When Y'all the Broth realized that the humans had withdrawn from him, he cursed his earth. He found the woman as she was preparing herself for her husband. He was the master over her. And he did not know the mystery that had come into being through the secret plan. The two of them were afraid to denounce Y'all the Broth. Where we at? He displayed to his angels the ignorance within him. He threw the humans out of the paradise and cloaked them into a thick darkness. This is here where we at right now. You know the ancient who are they? The ancients. I think it's the Apache. They got a story of the Sky Woman living in the sky realm. And before she came to this part, what they call Turtle Island or whatever, this would be Earth. So in the spiritual realm, these spirits existed somewhere else. So this whole Garden of Eden was somewhere else. It's paradise, they say. And in this thick darkness. Because don't you find it funny? Didn't they say space? Space is just supposed to be nothing but darkness or whatever. The earth just supposed to be existing in nothing but space, right? Okay, cool. The first ruler saw the young woman standing next to Adam and noticed that the enlightened afterthought of life had appeared in her. Yet Y'all the Broth was full of ignorance. So when the forethought of all realized this, she dispatched emissaries and they stole life out of Eve. The first ruler defiled Eve and produced two sons, a first and a second, Elohim and Yahweh. Elohim has a face of a bear. Yahweh has a face of a cat. One was just, one was unjust. We finna get straight to it. It said to this day, sexual intercourse has persisted over because of the first ruler. He planted sexual desire in a woman who belongs to Adam. Through intercourse, the first ruler produced duplicate bodies and blew some of his false spirit into them. Why is this important? Cain and Abel. Elohim and Yahweh. Why are these things important to me? This is what struck out to me. Because now I know that it's descendants, it's literal descendants, people walking around here that's possessed with this quote-unquote false spirit. When we go deeper, they talk about Adam having another son and naming him Seth. Earlier, if y'all was watching the live, y'all know what I was talking about. Seth, Adam's son, he was named after a heavenly race, the unshakable race, the foreigner, or the stranger. Because Adam, or Pajeradamus, is the perfect stranger, or the perfect human, but Adam the stranger. And Elogenes is the foreigner, or the stranger. Elogenes is associated with whom? Seth. Seth is Sut, or Sutek. You feel what I'm saying? The old ancient god that comes out of the primordial darkness, Nun, or Tiamat. All these things are important because these things represent what's going on inside of us on a higher scale. Dang. We ain't even arguing. Did not just say no negativity? Let me go further. Let me go further. Hold on. Let me go to these. What you call this? This little script right here. Hold on. We not playing these games today, y'all. We not playing these games. What page was that? I think I got it on here. We ain't playing these games, y'all. Y'all just see that? That's why I was just reading all that right there. Is it that? No. Bingo. So look at this. You see, right here it said, now this Father is the one. This is the monad they talking about. The one who holds himself in a light surrounded by himself. When they talking about this light that's surrounded by himself or whatever, or just surrounded like this spiritual light or whatever, this cosmic light, that's the protection that the male figure gives, the father actually gives within the family. Barbello means to overflow, to pour out. Look what Barbello does. They say Barbello is the mother, father, the first human, the Holy Spirit, the triple man, the triple power, the androgynous one with three names. This is the divine mother. This is how they explain the divine mother. The divine mother pours out all of those attributes onto whom? The anointed one, the self-created one. That is you. What I'm trying to say here is this. It's a source that you have to deal with. It's a science. It's an alchemy behind anything that you do in this life. Positive and negative. Right? Why is everybody talking about the dark side and yada, 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 yada? The dark side will symbolize Sophia. Wisdom, the Greek word for wisdom. Why do I say that? Because we done already equated the dark side, the cosmic great mother, to 9 ether energy, right? Sophia sits in what they call the 9th heaven. This is all documented inside of what? The Gnostic Bible. Where is the 9th heaven? Look up in space right now. Look past all the stars and look at that black space that's just vast out there. A long time ago, I was listening to Alan Watts, and he spoke on that. He spoke on what God actually was, and that's what he said. And I couldn't understand that at that point. I had a different perspective, but this is what he was talking about. The Father was surrounded by luminous spiritual water. He gazed into himself and saw his reflection. His reflection became Barbello, the mother. His female counterpart, Barbello, also called Prenoa, which is forethought, because she was the first thought of the Father. Barbello asked the Father to grant her foreknowledge, incorruptibility, life eternal, and truth. These things are aeons, spiritual beings that exist in the realm of 1 billion years, but they're also spiritual beings. I say foreknowledge, incorruptibility, life eternal, and truth. These are conscious beings, they're saying. And if you want to go further, I don't have no books, but you can look. It's because it's not a book on it, but you can look this up. Earlier, it's crazy. I'm glad you said it. If y'all was here, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. 360 was talking about fandom wiki or whatever, but I know it got to do with the Marvel and the comic books or whatever. I just said Barbello. Remember, this is the reflection of the cosmic all. Okay, right? So you have this. You have God the Father, this water. Then you have His reflection. You feel what I'm saying? They call God the Father the Virgin Spirit, the invisible Virgin Spirit, and the reflection of that is Barbello, the Divine Mother. Right? They say she asked for what? Foreknowledge, incorruptibility, life eternal, and truth. These are embodiments, right? If you look up embodies within fandom, within the Marvel universe, they're called manifestation bodies. This is what they're talking about. Who is the self-created? The self-generated. The Father gazed into Barbello. Remember, this is that paradox I was telling you about. The Father gazed into Barbello, and she was conceived by him. She gave birth to a spark of light similar to the Father's light. This was the Son. Now it says S-O-N, but this is the S-U-N. This is the celestial Son, who was also called autogenes, which means self-generated. The following aeons, they call these things aeons. The following aeons to come next is mind, will, and word. And after that, you have the luminaries. Remember, I always tell you, Christ has 12 disciples, right? That's what these luminaries is. Or you talk about the 12 archons or whatever. Everything that was invented in the physical world had to once exist inside the invisible world. Anytime you think about something, that's what, if you ever watch my videos or whatever, that's an original thought. That's true thinking. When you can go inside of your mind and bring something out of it. This lighter right here don't exist, right? Let's say it don't exist. But I come up with the idea of a lighter. Hey man, I got this device and fire finna come up out of it. And you like, nah man, that's not even real or whatever, right? I go inside myself, I figure out the science, the mechanics behind it or whatever, and then I attract everything I need, every element, every tool I can utilize, whatever, to manifest this. And I come up with it. Now we buying lighters, now we utilizing lighters, we not utilizing matches no more. That's a real thought. Now you have multiple lighters. Crackhead lighters, big lighters, flamethrower, all types of stuff. But it's the same, it's watered down. That's basically what I'm saying. There's no more original thoughts. Every thought is influenced by something else. So I'm asking you to question yourself and question everything, including what I say. Who am I? Nobody. See what I'm saying? This finna bring us to the archons. So I gotta go into my document. Cause what did I say? The thoughts is being controlled. And the archons will be represented as angels. Angels, in the biblical text, when you're looking at them, this is how you explain God. Different angels have a different function, a different attribute that represents the makeup of God. They never explain to you what God truly is in the Bible. They do, they give you names, but you don't know what names mean. Like the demiurge, Ariel. You feel what I'm saying? Another name for Yaldabaoth is Ariel. In the higher realms, they will call him Ariel. Ariel means lion of God. And remember, Yaldabaoth has the face of a lion, body of a snake, and the eyes burning like lightning. So, he's also the chief archon. In Gnosticism, the archons, the Greek word for ruler, were malevolent, sadistic beings who controlled the earth, as well as many of the thoughts and feelings and actions of humans. They assisted their master, the demiurge, with the creation of the world and continued to help him administer his oppressive rule. Archon, ruler, frequently used as a title of a specific public office. It is a masculine present particle of the verb. I can't even say that. Apix, I don't know. It just means to be first or to rule. derived from the same root word as such as monarch and hierarchy. Where my lighter at, man? Nigga always loses his lighter. So, because you was born inside of this world or whatever, you came inside this world or whatever, your body, if you watch that video, I dropped that video with the pictures earlier on purpose. If you read into that, in there it was talking about the creation of Adam. This is talking about the creation of your physical body, your spirit and everything. Every demon is 365 of them. Every demon or every archon had a hand in creating this being as well as the earth. So you're going to have an attribute of theirs as well. This is where you utilize your luminaries within inside of you to take over the control of them. When we think of NPCs, we think of non-player characters in a simulation. But have we ever stopped to think about who is actually running the program? Archons and those who possess the energy of archons. It's not just the archons. This is out of my document, The Grim Reveal. It's not just the archons, bro. Because these are just psychic projections. It's the individuals that come down here that possess the energy that we possess, the energy of the divine spark. But then you have some with duplicate bodies that possess the false spirit. That's what I'm getting at here. What is a luminary? A luminary is an angel-like being or a heavenly dwelling place. In the Apocrypha of John, 4 luminaries are typically listed in the Sethian text, such as the Secret Book of John and the Holy Book of the Great Invisible Spirit and Zoroastrianos. The luminaries are considered to be emanations of the supreme divine triad, consisting of the Father, the Invisible Spirit, the Mother, Barbello, and Otto genes. This is your power that you utilize. Why am I saying this? Because the concept of alchemy, right, is to bring darkness out of light, or transmutate the energy from this element to this element. Let's turn this lead into gold, basically. Let's turn my spirit, or raise my spirit from the earthly realm into the godly realm. Remember, when you transcend from this place, whatever you was dealing with consciously or whatever will be at the forefront of your brain. You feel what I'm saying? So when I be telling you and trying to break down how the people was explaining Gnosticism, or not Gnosticism, but the actual supreme being or the source. I'd like to say the source, or you could say the Most High, or whatever. When they was explaining this, they were saying that it couldn't have had nothing to do with this realm. It's so supreme. It's so over this realm. You know, we use supreme so much. It's like you can't even use that word no more. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what I'm getting at. The words that we use, these human words that we use, are so mundane. We can't place them on that type of energy. Now remember, you are a part of this energy. I used to hear this so long ago, but they was explaining it in the context of titans, primordial deities, and we can understand them. You know what I'm saying? Because you see them, they're grotesque, they're ugly, they're big monstrous creatures or whatever. And another way to look at that is to say that you've been away from your natural self so long or whatever that it looks like that to you. Or another way, when you have dreams and you got to heal that inner child, and that inner child comes to you in the form of nightmares or whatever. When you embrace it, that's when you start to find the beauty inside of it. What's that word though, man? How y'all feeling about this? If y'all want this document, hit me up. You already know what's going on. Ain't no set price on it. Just hit me up. Also, if you want the mentorships, you want the consultations, numerology readings. Same thing when I be on 360 Live or whatever. If anybody want a numerology reading as well as the documents, just hit me up. Anything over that like 15 or whatever, I got you. It'll be a simple one, but it won't be simple like that. So make sure you up and you ready to study. I'm gonna send you a whole little book basically about yourself. And I'm only gonna do your 3 numbers: your core, your gifts, No, not your gifts. Your soul, your purpose, and your gifts. Your gifts. That's it. That's it. I ain't got time for everything else. Because you got your past, your present, you got your foundations, your assets, you got all these different numbers or whatever. That's too much. We're gonna have to talk about something else to do that. But yeah, man, how y'all feeling though? How y'all feeling? I'm excited about this information because everything I learned when I'm studying it, this is why like I love that when they say the unshakable race. You can't shake me. I know they're talking about me inside of here. When I say me, I'm not saying like me is just me. No, they talking about all of us that will possess this type of energy, that will possess this type of thought. Right? Everything I learn is aligned. It's everything I'm learning right now is aligned with how I think, basically. How I've been thinking. I ain't know where I was going. I follow the spirit. That's it. Literally. I'm looking for something right now. Hold on. It says, the character of this outright evil demiurge still became more complicated when in some systems he was identified with Yahweh, the God of the Old Testament, and was brought into opposition to the Christ. Now we know the Christ is the autogenes, right? As the demiurge was essentially evil, all his work was also evil in consequence. Not only the law of the Jews, but all law was intrinsically evil. The duty of the children of the good God was to find true spirituality by ignoring the supposed moral precepts of the demiurge and prove themselves to have transcended any association with the world of matter. This led to the wildest orgies of antinomian Gnosticism. Now, antinomianism, right? That struck out to me because what is this? They say in some Christian beliefs, an antinomian is one who takes the principle of salvation by faith and grace to the point of asserting that the saved are not bound. The saved are not bound to follow the moral law contained in the Ten Commandments. Before I keep going, I'm gonna stop right here. Because if y'all been watching me, y'all should already know what this means right here. Before I go, let me say. Antinomian is one who takes the principle of salvation by faith and divine grace to the point of asserting that the saved are not bound to follow the moral law contained in the commandments. Remember, you find your morality at home. You learn your morality at home. You feel what I'm saying? At home, by the parents, by mom and dad, source. You're already anointed in it. This is what I'm getting at here. Okay? So you need not follow no moral laws inside of a book, is what I'm getting at. But they said 10 Commandments. What are the 10 Commandments? Everybody's familiar with the 10 Commandments. Don't act like you ain't familiar with the 10 Commandments, right? But you have the 42 negative confessions of Mayat. 10 of those are the 10 Commandments. The 42 negative confessions, a lot of people like to deal with the 42 ideals, the 42 laws. I'm talking about the 42 negative confessions because it's a difference. This is talking about the balance of the heart and the feather, the balancing of the scales. This is a transformation process. Upon your transcendence, the Egyptians mapped out 42 things, and it is a lot more, but they mapped out 42 things that you did not do, that you did not partake in. All 42 of these things, more than likely, a human being will come across and indulge in their lifetime. You're welcome to read them whenever you want to. But the thing is to have no guilt. The thing is to have a heart as light as a feather. Because this is what? This is an illusion. The Hindus called this Maya, and Maya means an illusion. Let me keep on going. Antinomians believe that faith alone guarantees eternal security in heaven. The fullness now, right? Regardless of one's actions. The distinction between antinomian and other Christian views on moral law is that antinomians believe that obedience to the law is motivated by internal principle flowing from belief rather than from any external compulsion. Now, before I go further onto that, I don't even like using the word belief. I know belief is an assumption. I know belief is to assume or to think, but they also said internal, right? We not assuming, we not thinking about nothing that's going on internally. I feel like we know that. You get what I'm saying? Antinomianism has been considered to teach that believers have a license to sin, and that future sin does not require repentance. Johannes R. Kergola, to whom antinomianism was first attributed, stated, "If you sin, be happy. It should have no consequence." Okay, watch this. Now, right to the page. Okay. They say there is nothing wrong with being greedy, as it only means that he wants more than he already has. Envy means to look with favor upon the possessions of others and be desirous of obtaining similar things for oneself. Envy and greed are the motivating forces of ambition, and without ambition, very little of any importance will be accomplished. Gluttony is simply eating more than you need to keep yourself alive. When you have overeaten to the point of obesity, another sin, pride, will motivate you to regain an appearance that will renew your self-respect. You got a license to sin. They said the physical world was evil already. The material world was evil already. They said the devil, right, is the master of hell. This is hell. But how do you become the master? You have to master yourself. If the universe is a reflection of you on the inside, right? On the inside, you reflect everything in the universe on the real level. The what they call the holograph, the whole writing. But right now, we live in a hologram, this projection, right? Everything that's inside of you is the real thing. Everything that you're experiencing right now is the false. But it's just like I said, it's just an experience. So, just like when you playing a video game, you playing GTA or something, you run somebody over, you do this. Now I'm not saying go crazy like that. You building up a mentality, like I said. Basically, let me just say that because some people is crazy, they might just go nuts. It's a mentality thing. Let me just say that. You want to build a mentality. I always talk about our chakras, our emotional system, our navigational system, and how we should move based upon that. Right? Your chakras, once they're aligned, they're going to allow you to know where to go, how to feel, and what to do. It's talking to you through your not your solar plexus, but it's in that area. It's your gut feeling, your intuition. But all these things have to be aligned for you to truly know where to go. Sometimes you have to think and utilize your brain or whatever. But this is dealing with the crown chakra. Sometimes our crown chakra not open. Sometimes we gotta go off of our heart, but our heart just don't be open. This is what I'm getting at here. So a lot of times we have subliminals, and I talked about this inside of the Grammar Real. We have subliminal messages, and they're attacking our psyche or whatever. This is why we have to get full control over our body. We have things like the Baphomet. People scared of the Baphomet. They call it the devil. Woo, woo, woo. But what did I say? It's the master of the hell. You mastering your humanity, your physical reality, so you can rise up to your cosmic reality. Okay? So you have this figure, the Baphomet, that's sitting on the earth. Then you have the Caduceus that's rising up his spine. But it's only showing you the lower three parts. That's what you see. You know what the Caduceus means, so you already know where it's going, but you only see the lower three of his stomach. The root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus. Right? Your fear, your sensuality, and your what do you call it? Your self-awareness or self-esteem. That's the word. Your self-esteem. You have to be grounded. You have to have stability in what you know, not what you believe, and what you know and what you're doing. You have to become unshakable. Unshakable, unbreakable. The unshakable race is the offspring of Set. The offspring of Set is the Allogenes. Allogenes is the stranger or of another race. They're of another race because they're of a heavenly race. We're not of this physical incarnation. Right? We have some individuals that truly are. They said this. Cain and Abel and the rest of their descendants. We not of that. We come to do something else. So, going back to Baphomet. Once you rise yourself up through the heart chakra, loving yourself, then you can have the compassion to love somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? You can have the compassion to love somebody else and speak to them with love, with truth, with honesty. This goes into what? Your throat chakra. Once you're doing all of this, the certain truths that you speak, certain truths that you know will take you to certain places and to certain doors or whatever, right? This is going to stimulate your pineal gland. This helps you, what do you call that? Lift the veil that's over your eye. Excuse me. But you want to be able to, you open your crown chakra, that's fine. We studying, we meditating, we focusing on things that's beyond this thing. So when we talk about metaphysics, this is really crown chakra shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because you really want to go beyond the physical reality. You really want to go to the cosmos. But you really want to align both of those together, because your pineal gland and your pituitary gland is your third eye chakra and your crown chakra. This is the phallus and this is the yoni. This is what this positive and the negative. It's the source that I'm talking about. And just like how a man and a woman comes together and creates a child or whatever, right? That child that you create in your mind is whatever idea that you have, whatever you want to manifest, the dream house, the dream car, the job, whatever it is in life, something else you want to learn. For me, I've always wanted to just learn more knowledge. It was never nothing else. So, you know. So what we doing, y'all? What's we doing? What is we doing? I really just went ahead. I just talked about you getting that that energy from both sides of the family or whatever. Niggas just be talking. Picture can't even do nothing. I'm just leave it there. The ancients had a dual view on the world. This symbol, called the Vesica Pisces, I had the Vesica Pisces up, I can't put it up. This symbol called the Vesica Pisces, right, is another great example of dualism and being the one in between. Let me just show you, because I don't like that. The two ciphers represent the primal mother-father source. 360 degrees of knowledge from the divine mother, 360 degrees from the divine father, and the primordial child, 720 degrees of knowledge of self-generated. I gotta really fix these things, bro. I gotta fix them. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Self-generate and maintain divine connection between the two as the unfolding of energy spiral into the physical. The 5-pointed stars symbolize the physical body and the attributes, and if you add 72 degrees, right, of knowledge to each limb, you get 362 degrees. What is 72 degrees? 72 degrees is wisdom, or not wisdom, but God wisdom. How is that God wisdom? 7 is supreme number for God. 2 is a supreme number for wisdom. You feel what I'm saying? God is supposed to be quote unquote the man, so it's the positive. Wisdom is supposed to be the woman, so it's the negative. But wisdom is the application of one's knowledge. So whatever you know, God don't really matter. It's what you know. Because you see in the very beginning, in Gnosticism, in the creation story, they talk about God the Father or the celestial water just being around itself. It ain't doing nothing to look at itself. Once it looks at itself or whatever, then you get the divine mother. This divine mother is what you call wisdom. You feel what I'm saying? They call her Barbella, but later on, you get Sophia, another aspect of Barbella. She's called wisdom. This is the application of one's knowledge. So everything that you do know, once you apply it, it starts to create things. That's what this represents. So, excuse me. They talk about how the divine child has the power of the triad. That's the power of the triad right there. You your own 360, but you get energy, or let's just say knowledge, you feel what I'm saying, from both ciphers on both sides. You feel what I'm saying? Again, you becoming the Christ, because why? I brought up the Vesica Pisces. Jesus is what? The fisherman. He's associated with the Vesica Pisces. All the symbolism is there. It's all there. But you that person though. You feel what I'm saying? It's not like a historical figure or no stuff like that or whatever. These people done try to historicalize this information because they bear a false spirit. Now we can talk about this openly because it's documented. I ain't write it. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't write it, and they've been walking around here the same amount of time we've been walking around here. They tell you can't sin, whatever that is. But we just broke down what sinning is. An antinomian is a person that goes against legalism, moralism, and moral standards. Right? If that's you already an antinomian right now. What do you do with that? We find ourselves arguing, debating about things that don't matter. And we can get inside these lives and have conversations that says like, this is an illusion. All of this is fake. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's fine. It may be some truth behind that. But what do you do with that? Well, I'm the God. I'm this, I'm that. You don't. Because you find yourself debating the information. I'm not going to debate this if all this is an illusion. I only have time for the experience. And my experience shouldn't be filled with debates. Because debates don't get me nowhere. When you enter yourself inside a debate, you already saying, I know what I know and I'm not trying to learn nothing. But remember, the experience is based upon I'm trying to learn something. So I can take this something in if it resonates with me and utilize it for another power. The person that was talking about it probably not even using it. And that's neither here nor there. That's not even of my concern. That's the key. That's the key. Not, man, this nigga, what is he talking about? I know this, I know that. No, we got to put everything we know together. Because another thing, let's go back. Well, not go back. Let's go further into my document. Y'all remember I used to be a 5%er, so y'all already know where this comes from. I don't care if you don't like it. It's interesting information, and it makes sense. They talk about the 85%, the 10%, and the 5%. You remember how I always talk about 0.01% or whatever? I do think it's a small percentage, but I got that from Uncle Bobby. The uncivilized people, poison animal eaters, slave from the mental death and power, right? People who don't know the true and living God or the origin in this world. We just gonna go there. That's the 85% of the masses. Who is the 10%? The rich slave makers of the poor who teach the poor the lies. They believe that the almighty and true living God is a spook and cannot be seen by the physical eye. Who is the true and living God? Is you. You feel what I'm saying? Who the 5%ers? They are the poor righteous teachers who do not believe in the teachings of the 10% and are all wise and know the true living God. Teach that the Son of Man is the supreme. The Son of Man is not a physical sun. It is a spiritual sun. It is a soul. It is a spark. The Son of Man is the supreme being. When I say man, I ain't talking about man and not woman. I'm talking about the human that possesses the spark. This is what they was talking about. So now, you have slave makers, bloodsuckers, or whatever. These are the archons. That's archon energy, 10% energy. Right? The masses, they believe whatever they doing is right, whatever side they on, whether it's the right hand path or the left hand path. That's another thing. I'm on neither. I know people look at me and be like, yeah, he left hand. You don't know what I'm doing. I don't pick a side. I see what's going on here. You feel what I'm saying? That's not the goal. I'm sharing my information with you. That's my goal. So now you have what they call the 5%. The 5% is the ones trying to teach these individuals, trying to give them information, trying to shed them light. These would be your modern day revealers. The Gnostics, Antinomians. You feel what I'm saying? Now, let's go further. The Matrix that was written by the mother of the Matrix, because not the movie, but the mother of the Matrix, written by Sophia Stewart. Remember Sophia Stewart. She created this. In the movie, they said anybody who is not unplugged is susceptible to the coding of the Matrix. Right? That means if you're not unplugged, if you're not on the outside in Zion, wherever they said or whatever, Agent Smith get right inside of you. These are these archons. The zodiac. The little thoughts inside of your head or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? That's low vibrational. That's what that is. Because you're surrounded by a world that's influenced by something else. It's really upside down. We talk about that in the ISIS thesis. I'll read it if I can find it. Take some notes. If I can find it, if not, I'm just gonna find it. I really feel like I'm close though, I ain't gonna lie to you. But then again, I don't know. This book's so difficult to read, man. They try to what's that word I'm looking for? They really try to hide it in here, all the information. I ain't gonna lie to you. It'll take me years trying to break this book down. Well, I just read this not too long ago. Oh, here we go. Is this upside down world equals space-time material world of living humans. Our universe may be a hologram or invertible reflection of the quantum world. In holography, every part of the writing contains information about their whole. The hologram would then be the material representation of the whole writing or holograph. That is the three-dimensional image where information about the holograph is recorded. When our world or hologram is illuminated, what emerges is a rational 3D picture that enfolds the whole image in each of its parts. So if you cut the picture into pieces, each piece would still contain the whole. The deceased state, the deceased in this book, they're talking about us, the dead king, Osiris or whatever. This is during your transformation process after you transcend. I am Ra, I am Atum, I am the Lord of everlasting, I am the being which unfolds eternity. So Atum, in his quantum world, as the sun god, as the eye of generation now becomes the light from within that illuminates our 3D material world or hologram. The tomb. I'm glad they said a tomb, because what is a tomb? A tomb is another way to say Adam. You feel what I'm saying? Adam is a Pajeridamus. And in the Gnostic Bible, which is inside of my document, in the Gnostic Bible, Yaldabaoth and the other archons, they looked up into the light of the fullness and they saw the image. They saw the image of Adam, or the Pajeridamus, and they said, let us create our own. You feel what I'm saying? So that light, that spirit that's inside of you is literally what's projecting light into this world to keep it functioning, is what I'm saying. Going back to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind being able to produce the reality around you. The subconscious mind is said to create reality by attracting circumstances and situations that match the vibrations of the inner mind. The subconscious mind is a hidden mind that operates outside the conscious mind's awareness. Some say that the subconscious mind is the basis of all mind power, and that understanding and working with it is key to success and happiness. The subconscious mind is said to be the power behind imagination. Dreams are electrical signals in the brain that access random pictures stored in the subconscious mind. Some dreams may carry a message from the subconscious mind. This creates the reality around you. You have it inside of you. Let me get some water. All this is inside my document. Dang, where my lighter at? Bingo. Yeah, though. All this is inside of my document, but all this is inside of you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just writing it down. I'm just going and getting the research. I'm doing a little leg work, I guess. But the true leg work is the process within. Because it took me how long to get here? Because all this information been out here, man. It didn't just pop up when I popped up. That's why I'm glad when they come in, they be like, I'm studying. I got that picture Yaldabaoth brought up. Like, yeah, this Yaldabaoth. Yes. People know who Yaldabaoth is. My thing is this. That was a social experiment, the whole picture, because Saturday I was outside and I saw the Hebrew Israelites and they was walking past. You feel what I'm saying? You know how they do. But the area I live in, it's a whole lot of poverty. And you would think that they would go and try to help those individuals. I didn't see that. I'm like, damn. And this is the tribe of Judah, right? Or whatever. And I started looking at the Lion of Judah. At the same time I'm reading this already, I started to put it together. I'm like, okay, cool. Then you got the false spirits and all that. It don't matter about no color, the color of the skin. None of that matters. It's the spirit that's inside of you. It's the energy. See, because the further you get into this, right, when you tap into yourself, you going off the energy. You feel me? When you going into these realms, you're not going off of what you see, you're going off of what you feel. That's why you got to get familiar with the work of the chakras, the dynamic of the chakras and how they work. And it's many different ways of how you can tap into your chakras, how you can work with your chakras. These are literally, the word chakra is a Sanskrit for wheel. It's a Sanskrit word for wheel. It means wheel. So you know wheels got to turn, right? Motion, movement. And anything that ceases to move, right? What is that? That's death. So you got to cause them to move all the time. These little energy wheels that exist inside of you, whatever, is little bitty consciousnesses. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap into. You have the mind, the imagination to create it. It's supposed to be limitless, right? Now we talking about outside of the crown chakra. When I talk about limitless, this is Ein Sof, Ein Sofer. We're talking about Sophia now. Sophia, Sofer. Ein Sof, Ein Sofer. So the beginning is Ein. That's no or nothing, right? Ein Sof is no limit, right? if it's nothing up there, you have no limit, right? And if you have no limit, then that means you limitless. That's what Ein Sof is. Limitless light, limitless eternal light. So when you dealing with the Kabbalah or the tree of life, and you make it all the way from Malkuth to Keter, that's the main important thing. It's 10 Sifra, but the main important thing, right, is Malkuth, the Daf, which will be your pineal gland, which will get you on the back of your the Kalipah, the back of the tree of life. The back is what pushes out the light. It's the generator. You feel what I'm saying? So when you reach that point, and you go up to your crown chakra or whatever, which will be Keter, the crown, you go into Ein Sof. Ein Sof. Cosmic consciousness. Or in biblical text, Christ consciousness. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm knowing y'all familiar with this. But you got to start developing your own way on how to do it. You get the books, but you, like I said, you already familiar with it. So your experiences, you're supposed to be recording them. If you haven't, that's fine. Start doing it now. When you start recording these things and start reading yourself like a book, you be like, damn, okay, cool, I got this. The same way you read these books, and it should be clicking, your life will start to click for you as well. We talking about your spiritual life. People be looking like, man, this nigga always talking about my life. I'm decent, I'm living good. I'm not talking about your physical life. We talking about your spiritual life. We talking about how you feel when you're by yourself. When you alone, what you be thinking. Y'all already know how I be saying. What I be saying. When you get that little burst of energy, you dance for a second or whatever, ain't nobody looking. You gotta start becoming comfortable with that individual everywhere you go. If I got social anxiety and stuff like that or whatever, I can tell y'all this. I can say it. We gotta start getting comfortable with ourselves. We gotta start, reflecting on our past and healing our past. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot that's going on. There's a whole lot of distractions going on. Earlier, my OG, right? She called my sister, and she like, "Y'all safe down there?" Because she know we from Illinois, so she back up there checking on my granny and shit. You feel me? So she like, "Y'all okay down there or whatever?" I'm like, "Why you ask that?" So I guess my cousin, who's out there, where she at, on the news, he seen that North Carolina, I guess they said, was underwater. It's so bright and sunny outside. Ain't nothing going on. Now, I'm not saying it's not like that everywhere. They tried to get me, y'all. Now, I'm not saying it's not like that everywhere. You feel what I'm saying? Or not like that in other places, but it's not like that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, that's fake news. If you ain't see that stuff on TikTok of a person like personally posting that, you feel what I'm saying? Then more than likely it ain't real. There ain't no flooding out here. Not in Charlotte. I'm in Charlotte. I'm not in everywhere in North Carolina. I don't think it's gonna flood out here. You feel what I'm saying? So but come on, bring it on. Bring it on. You know me, I'm ready for the apocalypse. But for real, on a serious note, I do feel like it's a whole bunch of distractions, and I do feel like there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on, and when it does take place, we need to be in the right state of mind. If we're not in the right state of mind, then we're going to be compromised. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to compromise yourself, because technically, we in the age of Aquarius, and the information is out there in your face. The spirit has always been talking to you and never not been talking to you. Whoever your spirit guide is always been around you since the day you was born. You feel what I'm saying? So, only problem is you ain't listening to him. That's it. Peace to the fam. I see y'all in the building. What that word is? What's that word? I'm finna take a little break though, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, I'm finna take a little second. I'm gonna play this little song. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't even no crazy song. I'm finna play my spiritual music. You know how we do. Get this Shango energy going on in here. Yeah, man.
Shango.
Gotta take care of some business real quick, y'all.
Shango. Oniwalo. Erijaja. Orishaka. Erumale. Shango. Majuba. Waloba.
Y'all can hear? Y'all good? Let's get some spirit in here, man. Let's get some spirit in here. I don't think y'all feeling me, bro. I don't think y'all feeling me. I ain't been giving y'all the lives like how I'm supposed to be giving y'all. I do apologize. Warrior spirit.
Shango Majuba Iwaloba Kuso Aloba Kuso Shango Majuba Shango Niwalo Erijaja Orishaka Erumale Shango Majuba Iwaloba Kuso Shango Majuba Baba Niwalo Erijaja Orishaka Erumale Shango Majuba Iwaloba Kuso Shango Majuba Baba Niwalo Erijaja Orishaka Erumole Baba Shango Majuba Iwaloba Kuso.
Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn about that Orisha energy, man. Y'all gonna learn about that Orisha energy, man. Y'all forgot I was Cuban. I be tapping into my Orisha, man. She really taking you on a journey right now, for real. They gonna learn. All right, y'all. So this next little thing we finna discuss is this right here. This still getting into the lecture, but this is a bonus part. Let me turn this down a little bit more. It's like a bonus part, basically. What this picture symbolizes is walking away, but still having that love, you feel what I'm saying, from a distance. A long time ago, a person told me, I love you, but I'm going to have to love you from a distance. And it really hurt my heart. But in the same time, I literally swear, as I was hurting, I was understanding that it was an actual lesson I was learning. You feel what I'm saying? So this revealer, like I said, they tell you about how you have to, let me go back and read it. The goal of the Gnostic revealer or savior is to awaken people who are under the spell of the demiurge. Not as in the case of the Christ of the emerging Orthodox Church to die for the salvation of people, to be sacrificed for the sins, or to rise from the dead on Easter. The Gnostic revealer discloses knowledge that frees and awakens people and that helps them recall who they are. A lot of times, right, We want to help the people that's right next to us. You feel what I'm saying? As soon as we get conscious, spiritual, woke, whatever you want to call it, we want to help the person that's right next to us, right? That's not the way to go. See, the Savior or the Revealer, the Christ is the Redeemer. Christ say what? I come back to redeem my Father, right? But Christ is also Horus. Horus is the Redeemer of whom? Osiris, and Osiris is whom? The mind. Let me break this down to you. You have the Orion constellation. That's Osiris, is it not? That's Orion. You have Osiris. Osiris is cut up into 14 different pieces by Set. I told you who Set was. That's a supreme deity, right? You have pre-dynastic Egyptians that utilize funerary practices by cutting up the individuals that transcended 14 different times or whatever. They was practicing this because they utilized Set as a priesthood. Set was an actual priesthood because it was the supreme deity, right? So they just kept Set in all of the teachings. That's why Seth is everywhere. Okay? So going further, Orion or Osiris represents your subconscious mind, I said. You feel what I'm saying? Why do I say this though? Because the abbreviation of Orion or Ori is Ori. And Ori in the Ifa culture is your subconscious mind, or different parts of your subconscious mind, your inner mind that goes to a different dimension. Osiris is the Redeemer. Osiris is the conscious one. Osiris is the conscious mind. Not Osiris, Horus, I'm sorry. Horus is the conscious mind. Osiris is the subconscious mind. Horus is the Redeemer. You are the Redeemer of your Father. Your Father is your mind. The subconscious mind, the power, the source. So now watch this. Going back to this picture. It's a bunch of us that was born into a family that was probably not balanced, maybe. It was a flaw there. Now, don't get me wrong, there's flaws everywhere. But you probably had an unbalanced family. You probably had trauma, all types of shit, right? You are the Redeemer. It's not too many people that's spiritual in the family. It's only but a few. So what happens? What you are doing, because you're genetically linked to these individuals, biologically, bloodline lineage, right? You connected to them. Whatever you doing in your DNA that activates yourself, it's activating for them as well. So now what have you? When you going out and you sharing your experience, when you revealing yourself and your experience and whatever you find, the revelations that you get, the divine revelations they say, when you get these inside of yourself through meditations and all these methods or whatever, you feel what I'm saying, you get to help other individuals. Remember I told you, you infect people with your aura. A long time ago, they told us to be 6 feet apart. That's because we can infect people with our aura. Aura is a real thing, man. But on a scientific level, it's just bacteria around the body. Light bacteria. I'm trying to tell you, man. That's what the scientists say your junk DNA is. It's junk DNA. It's a library of bacteria. This is why I always try to explain to y'all what eukaryotic cells is and prokaryotic cells is and all that, because you need to understand this. But now we getting into something else. We talking about the ISIS thesis, and I can't even give y'all that book. I got it, but I can't give it to you. I got the physical copy. But yeah, man. So let me go to this real quick, because I talked about the allogenes and I told you why we associated with them. Okay. Allogenes, which translates to stranger, foreigner, or of another race. Allogenes receives divine revelations. Next, they say we have the progenitor, or the perfect human, Progenidamus, Adam the stranger. Go back. Allogenes is a series of texts. The main character in these texts is allogenes. which translates to stranger, foreigner, or of another race. Let's go down. Next, we have the perfect human, or Pageradamus. Adam the stranger, holy Adam, or old Adam, who came into being and glorified the Father. He was placed in the Aeon of Harmazel. He had a son, Seth. Seth. This is allogenes. I'm trying to tell you. Seth is another race, man. Seth is of the heavenly race. Seth is the supreme deity. Seth is your soul, your spirit being, your higher self. So it's not necessarily like the name you put on it, but that's the energy that we have to associate with, is what I'm getting at, basically. Any questions? Y'all just sitting there. What that word is? Because I appreciate all the likes and everything. Oh. What we talking about though, man? What we got going? I'm up here today, y'all. And I'm interactive. Let me know something, man, before I'm going. We gotta learn how to let go of things. We gotta become detached. We gotta be detached because, in actuality, let me just go back to what I was saying with the whole family thing and being a redeemer. When you start to tap into yourself, you start to understand your actual ancestors, your cosmic ancestors, things of that nature, your past life regressions and things like that. So you have different ancestors, all types of things. And if we exist on this web, this quantum web, that means everything is happening all at once. That's the chaos sphere, right? So that means you redeeming all these individuals. Because remember, we live in cycles. A lot of times individuals ain't progressed to this level of consciousness or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? So you come down here to be the representative of that. You represent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of spirits. So you gotta be detached. You had to be so detached to the point to where these distractions don't influence how you feel, influence your emotions. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's go back to this real quick before I'm gone. Let's go back to God as the devil. Now, they explain to you, as this is y'all about this is demiurge. They explain to you that he's the devil, he's a personification of evil or whatever. But we have an occult view on evil. Remember, I told you it's a mentality. So, also I said we bring a light out of darkness. Well, we bring a darkness out of light. Well, you know what I mean. We bring a light out of darkness. So, this realm that we in, this material realm, the Gnostics, they call this realm evil. You feel what I'm saying? This is the chaos realm. This is the dark realm or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Yaldabaoth is the child of chaos or Sophia or wisdom. You feel what I'm saying? The nine ether, the mother, the cosmic mother. Okay, cool. You have a Christian interpretation of what the devil is. We got this being that's supposed to be this red guy, and he has horns, and he has what do you call that? A pitchfork or whatever, and a tail, and all these things, right? Okay, cool. We know this is your root chakra. They basically talking about. We talking about your Lord nature. We talking about mastering thy Lord nature. But you got to find the divine counterpart of that, and there's many of them. I'm just bringing up Gnosticism. So now we have what we call the autogenes. What do you call that? The Barbello and the God the Father and all this source energy or whatever, right? Then earlier I was talking about the Baphomet. You feel what I'm saying? The Baphomet is supposed to be what? He's supposed to be what they scare you for, but this represents actually mastering your humanity. You feel what I'm saying? Once you sit over your humanity, right? Find a foundation, find a stability, become unshakable. They talk about this unshakable race. That's the seed of Set, the offspring of Set. Your root chakra is open. Your root chakra is founded and grounded. You feel what I'm saying? When you become self-aware of who you is and what you, like and how you feel on the inside, and you be able to express that outwardly without the fear of judgment, right? You tapping into your sensual side. You become more emotional and things of that nature, or become more what they call fluid. You dealing with your sacral chakra. You feel what I'm saying? Then you want to tap into your solar plexus or whatever. This is dealing with your what do you call that? Your self-esteem. You feel what I'm saying? So everything you quote unquote you think you believe in, you find what you know. You feel what I'm saying? You find what you know, you take care of yourself, you learn more, you study more, and you practice more. This will build that confidence, that self-esteem. You feel what I'm saying? Your heart chakra is not dealing with loving everybody else, it's dealing with loving itself, so you can find the compassion to love everybody else. You cannot love nobody until you love yourself first. You feel what I'm saying? And this is another thing with going inside and healing yourself. So now, side note, you got to do, what do you call that? You have to do shadow work. You got to heal that inner child that they be talking about. And it's just one inner child, but it's so many different personalities placed on it because you didn't develop so many different egos to identify with that will protect you from a certain situation or activity that you would get in as somebody that they shame you about, basically. You get what I'm saying? But once you able to love yourself, right, you can be yourself anywhere you go, as well as speak your truth. And now we're talking about the throat chakra. It's not about speaking the truth, it's speaking your truth. This is what the revealer is. When you go inside of yourself, you find a revelation. You become dedicated with all the information that you learn, right? Because it relates to you, it resonates with you. You feel what I'm saying? It connects with you and pulls at your spirit in a certain way. So you start to develop a connection with it, and then it starts to open up your mind to a whole bunch of different probabilities, right? Now you really working with it. These are the revelations I'm talking about. So that's your specific truth. Can nobody deny you? In the what do you call that? In that book, Dark Psychology 101, they call that reality denial. That's a covert emotional manipulation tactic. When somebody tries to deny your reality, the things that you know, fuck what you believe, the things that you know. You feel what I'm saying? Watch this. Anybody got kids? Right? Anybody got kids? Think about this. If I told you right now, you really believe you got kids? How does that sound? You would look at me like I'm crazy because you know you have them. They probably sit next to you right now. You really believe you got a car? I just got this job. You really believe you got a job? No, I know I got a job. We got to start saying it like that. That's what belief is. To assume. You're not assuming. I just got this job. I just got this car. I got living in my house, so I'm sitting out. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We talking about knowing things, and can't nobody take away what you know inside of your heart. What you done figured out, what you done manifested inside of yourself, what you done experienced. Can't nobody take that away from you is what I'm getting at. So now, once you got that mentality, the veil is pretty much lifted. We talking about open third eye chakra. You feel what I'm saying? Open third eye chakra will get you to your crown chakra. That's it. Because now that your mind is open, right, to everything, the veil is open or whatever, you can learn whatever you can learn whatever you want to learn or whatever. You going into your meditations a little bit further or whatever. You're gonna see inside these dimensions a realm where you can go to, and this realm is gonna get you to opening up your what you call your crown chakra. All these things, they really piggyback off of each other. It's just all about what you want. I told you, your pineal gland and your pituitary gland is the same as your third eye chakra and your crown chakra. That's the positive and that's the negative. That's the phallus and that's the yoni. So when those come together, that's sex in the mind. And what it do? It create a child. So it's whatever you really want for real, for real. We don't know what we want because we think we know everything. So Yaldabaoth might be the devil, but Yaldabaoth also is what? A psychic projection. He's literally an egregore, a thought form. These are the egos that I'm talking about. He's the ultimate ego. If the Christ is the 13th zodiac that sits in between the 12 zodiac or the 12 disciples, Yaldabaoth is the 12 archon that sits in between them. So this is, this is the negative aspect. The divine aspect will be the other thing that you tap into. That's how you do it. You replace it with that. You already know where, like, you already know the correspondence inside of your body. So God, Yaldabaoth, that would be like the ego. That's the conscious mind, right? But you replace that with the autogenes. You replace that with the self-generated, the self-created. You become the antiminian. You feel what I'm saying? You go against what the next person say. You feel what I'm saying? What the next person believe. If it's not conducive with your path, you go against it. You don't go against it in a way of war. It's mentality. You just walk away. You become detached. Hold on. You become detached. But you see that cosmic hug? That's compassion. So it's never hate, bro. But you walk away. This right here can represent walking away from those that we love and loving them from a distance. Also walking away from what do you call that shit? Ideas that don't resonate with us. So let's say somebody came in this live right now and they ain't feeling what I'm saying. That's this picture right there. I'ma holler at you. That's how it should be. That's what it is. Because it's a greater picture than arguing and just having a simple, minute conversation. We trying to go deeper and deeper and deeper and figure out who he is. This is knowledge of self. Side note, if y'all support this, you feel what I'm saying, just hit my Cash App up, man. BabaAkil 333. But also, if you want a numerology reading, you feel what I'm saying, hit me up as well. And then, if you want consultations and mentoring, you feel what I'm saying, hit me up too. I got it, and it's going on right now. You feel what I'm saying? So hit me up before I get something else going on. I do got something else going on, but we ain't even finna talk about that. So just get it while it's good right now, you feel me? I can't promise it's gonna be here forever. I got so much shit I want to, you know what I'm saying, be able to break down and talk about, but we can't even discuss this on here. Maybe I could do it on YouTube, so probably gonna have to hit me up on YouTube. I can go live on YouTube, but I haven't done it in so long. But there's so much information out here that I feel like people should know and that it can help people. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like I done anything or whatever, this the information I want to share with you then. You feel what I'm talking about? And I'm going to give you all the sources. Every source that I done found. Every source that I got. All that shit or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? It's time for us to start building for real. Like, real life building. We sit here and talk about the community and how we got to build the community and all that shit or whatever. But whole time, we really straight for real, for real. Like, it's mentally, you gotta get, you have to be able to see it. You gotta be able to mentally picture it inside of your mind first in order to establish it in the world. Remember, I always tell you have to have a dissatisfaction in order to stimulate a change. You get what I'm saying? So now we already have this dissatisfaction, but we looking at physical ways and other people's ways and ideas on how to shape and recreate a better world and fix the world or whatever. But we got our own ways and views and how we should be able to do it. Let's start to put those together. That's what I'm getting at. Excuse me. That's what I'm saying, bro. Let's start to put the shit that we learning right now, you feel what I'm saying? If it's like agriculture, if it's music, if it's something to do with building, anything, teaching, you know what I'm talking about? But we got healers, we got herbalists, we got everything, you feel what I'm saying? Like, all these famous ones, you feel what I'm talking about? It ain't just them. It's a lot of us out here. We need to be coming together. Some way, somehow, you feel what I'm saying? We can't just be sitting around looking at other people and just, I mean, I guess it's inspiring, you feel what I'm talking about, but let's become inspiring. Yaldabaoth, in the creation of Adam, said, let us create our own light. When he saw the image of Adam, you feel what I'm saying? And to me, that's saying that the spirit inside of us produces the light that keeps this realm existing. And I go back to your subconscious mind being able to produce the reality around you. And I go back to the 10% that's controlling the masses, the 85%. If 85% of the masses believe that, you know what I'm saying, God is real and this, that, and the third, I have to go off of this, I have to go off of that or whatever. Just imagine the reality that they produce from their subconscious mind. It creates the reality that we in. That's what I'm trying to say here. If all these things are real, that's what's going on right now. Now look around you. Look around you for a second and just take a second glance and just become aware of what's really going on. And just think for a second. Everybody has the ability to form reality around them via the subconscious mind. I just said that, right? 10% of the world's population controls the minds of 80% of the world's population. 80%, so that means 80% of the world population creates the reality around us. And if the information is being produced by 10%, if it's negative and backwards and false, that's the world that we live in. That's the world that we living in. Basic science, basic math right there. But the objective of the quote unquote 5% of the population is to give them knowledge. They say the goal of the role of the Gnostic savior is to reawaken people to who they are so they can recall who they are. Wake them up from the spell of the demiurge. If you go to the Matrix, you feel what I'm saying? It was only a little bit of them. We can call that the 5%. Neo, Trinity, Morpheus, and the rest of the people that was in Zion that was going against the Matrix. You feel what I'm saying? Only 5%. But they actually got up out of that and they actually broke free. You're going to say they broke free via Neo, but everybody's Neo. Right? Everybody has the Trinity inside of them. The power of the mother and the father, that's the source. And the son. The son is the soul, the autogenes. That's actually who you are and what you is. That's the piece of the source that broke itself up. Okay? What is Morpheus? Morpheus is your metamorphosis when you become aware of who you are and you begin to transform and alter your consciousness. All of those are the same being. That's all of us. This is what I'm getting at here, man. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? How y'all feeling? What y'all doing? What's going on? Yeah, man. I don't just want to just pour out information or whatever, you feel I'm saying? We got to build. That's what we got to do. We breaking it down and then we building. Because I could be off, right? That's the goal of Gnosis. Gotta know. I could be off. Somebody can know something to come in here. We don't get that. We be getting negativity. I like that we don't have negativity, but I want some interaction. Give me some likes or something. What's going on, y'all? What's that word, y'all? Poppy in, y'all. Y'all making me feel like y'all ain't rocking with me. And I was feeling bad for not going live. And now I'm just like, I shouldn't have been feeling bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like y'all ain't rocking with your boy. Shout out to my people that is in the building, though. I'm not going to lie to you. All the love y'all been showing, all the likes, all the whole family. You feel what I'm saying? That's another thing about this thing, man. We have our different soul tribes. You get what I'm saying? And a soul tribe cannot be created. It's just formed naturally. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? And a soul tribe is going to operate just like a regular old family too. So you're going to have some people that's over here, you know, cuz ass never call us, sis ass never call us, but that's sis. But then you got bro that's always right there. You got the mother energy, you got the auntie energy, you got all of this shit, you feel what I'm saying? It just starts to come, and then, but I always tell you to find who you are. Once you find yourself in all of this, you begin to realize why these things are taking place in your life. So why did this person come in my life? Why did that person come in my life? Oh, I get it now, I get it now. And things begin to change afterward. You listen to I don't know. I don't know who that is. That's a person? That's a person? I don't know who that is. You talking about music? I really don't be listening to music like that, to be honest. Cause I be writing music, I ain't gonna lie. So I said, I'm finna only listen to my music for the next 30 days and listen to nothing but 70s music as well. You feel what I'm saying? Just straight 30 days. Don't ask me no questions why. That's just what I'm finna be doing. You feel what I'm saying? I love 70s music, by the way, but I'm trying to do something. See? Again, this is something else about altering the mind and changing the mind. So this is what I'm personally doing. I'm going through a true spiritual psychosis. Spirit psychosis? That's about that's hit me up. You know, you family. So just hit me up. You feel what I'm saying? We could discuss this. You already know the DM open. Just hit me up. You feel what I'm saying? Because we shouldn't even be feeling like this. No, ain't none of that. We should always be in a stage of knowing. But this shit is easier said than done. But that's not to deter you from you get what I'm saying, going through with the process. You get what I'm saying? It's not to deter you from going through with the process, bro. This process is a transformation process. Let me tell you again. If you ever been in my live and we talked about evolution. Hold on, give me 1 second. No, I got you. Be cool. Don't even worry about it. Evolution, right? I think people look at evolution as creation, right? But it's not necessarily creation. In the beginning, there was darkness, and God said, "Let there be light." So that means light came out of darkness. That light is a form of creation. That creation is this material world. This material world consists of a bunch of cycles. Some of these cycles are good for us. Some of these cycles are bad for us. Bow Out gracefully just said, learning a lot, unlearning a lot. That's a cycle. It's a good cycle. You feel what I'm saying? It can be overwhelming, but it's a good cycle. Because why? When we truly start to tap into ourselves, we are tapping into what I said earlier. The 98% junk DNA. That's what the scientists call it. But again, it's a list of a library of bacteria, and bacteria is light. Look up phage lambda. You feel what I'm saying? Phage lambda is a bacteria phage. This is what I be explaining in the ISIS thesis. A bacteriophage is supposed to be what do you call that? They correlate this to the sun bark of Ra. We ain't even finna go too deep in that because I don't have it in my lecture. I got the book right here, but I don't have it in my lecture. Book right here, sitting right here. But when you tapping into this, you tapping into different aspects of yourself. Think about it like the movie Lucy. You're starting to tap into 100% of who you actually are. When you do this, this is your dark side energy. In the universe, in the world, we only tapped into 4%. Yourself, 2%. The world, 4%. So it's 98% dark matter energy, what they call. Right? 4% of the known universe that you can see. 96% dark universe, dark energy. Right? As above, so below, you have 98% junk DNA or 97%. They say you either tapped into 3% or 2%, either or. It depends on whatever you study. But it's similar. It's close. Right? When you start to do this, you're starting to tap into different aspects of who you actually are. You feel what I'm saying? You're becoming, what do you call that? You're starting to basically change, basically. In that movie, Lucy, this is why I said look at it like Lucy. She starts to go through a real metamorphosis. That's true evolution. It's the chaos realm. You feel what I'm saying? Everything happening all at once. But change runs supreme in chaos, and change is true evolution. So if you didn't metamorphosize, if you didn't become different, if you didn't become altered in some kind of way when you're going through these cycles or whatever, then you didn't truly change, you didn't truly evolve is what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's a lot. It's easier. It's really easier said than done. But bow out gracefully. I got you. You feel what I'm saying? You already know. Look, everybody. I told y'all I offer the mentorships, I offer the consultations, numerology readings. But bow out gracefully. This the fam. So I'm finna show y'all, you feel what I'm saying? And she gonna come back with the receipts. I got you. I'm finna show you some love. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna do our thing, basically. We got this, man. We gotta support the people that, you know what I'm saying? We gonna do our thing, basically. We got this, man. We gotta support the people that come out here doing what they doing, basically, bro. We support everybody else. That's all I'm saying. You feel what I'm talking about? Support me any kind of way. Because watch this. I ain't gonna lie to you. Somebody came up here that was like, something about monetization. Bro, I don't be doing none of that stuff or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I was on YouTube for like 3 years. I ain't brought up a cash app yet. I was making money while I was doing my videos. I was pre-recording them. I couldn't even go live. But whole time, hold on, give me a second. The reason why I got on YouTube is because I felt like the people I was talking to was basically telling me, hey, man, I don't want to hear what you're saying. Because they was like, hey, man, you should get on YouTube. Everybody was saying that. Bro, but I never had the idea of getting on YouTube or making no lives or anything like that, man, making money. But, right, the more you learn, I knew about energy and energy exchange or whatever. It wasn't nothing when I was just pre-recording my videos or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? Because I didn't feel obligated to keep on doing it. Now I'm out here actually interacting, doing this or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? I got to get something back for my energy, a like or something. A question, a comment. You feel me? You gotta exchange something. If not, then just pulling energy. Then that just takes from the whole situation. Next thing you know, we not really learning nothing. Because watch this. I came up here to not teach. Y'all, if y'all been watching my live, you know what I say about a teacher is. This is what I say. I don't care about nobody else. I'm saying a teacher does this. Teacher teaches you something that you don't know, right? I'm not teaching you anything that you don't know because my attempt is to correlate a lot of these things what already exists inside of you so that when you shed awareness on it, right? You activate it in a certain way, and it becomes something for you. That's what the revelation is about. That's what the revealer is. You feel what I'm saying? So when you do this, you're doing this on your own. You feel what I'm talking about? I can't teach you nothing. A teacher come in and give you education, adjudicate, to bring out of. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I might give you some knowledge that can unlearn something for you, whatever, but you have to be able to resonate with it. A lot of times we ain't resonate with that in school. We ain't have no idea of that. You may don't remember this, but you'll remember your mind, your subconscious, Osiris, was cut up into 14 different pieces. So the information that I'm bestowing upon you is to allow you to put it back together. It's allow you to remember. It was dismembered. So you're supposed to remember that. Put it together. I'm just giving you stuff to put it together. I'm not no teacher, but I'm sharing you an experience that I didn't have. What I'm learning. You feel what I'm talking about? And hopefully you can learn something else. And then this is my goal. I want you to come back and be like, yo, that's what I learned. You feel what I'm saying? So we could be doing this and shedding more information. Because I don't want this to look like I just created this information. Because I ain't just created this information. I want nigga to be like, nah, man, this nigga, he lying. You gonna read it and be like, oh, no, he wasn't. But I learned this too. Damn. Okay, cool. Let me see this. That's the goal, buddy. Or sis, whatever. You feel me? Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the love. That's what I'm saying. My people in the building. My people in the building. What we learned today? We talked about Yaldabaoth being the demiurge, the creator of the material realm. We talked about Yaldabaoth defiling Eve and producing 2 sons. And out of those 2 sons, he produced duplicate bodies and blew a false spirit in him. Elohim and Yahweh, also called Cain and Abel. We know we have descendants of individuals out here now that possess archon energy. Why is it archon energy? Because Yaldabaoth is the chief archon. And every body, like a physical body, and as well as the earth or whatever, like the creation of it, the dynamics, all of that stuff or whatever, right? These archons had a hand in. And it's 12 major ones, or 13, but it's also 365 of them over every single day. Every single one of these had a hand in creating the body. Go back and look at the video, the video of pictures that I just dropped. It's right there. Read it. It's right there. And if you want this information, go get it or hit me up, BabaAkil 333. You feel what I'm saying? I got all the document right here in the Grand Reveal. And when you read it, you feel what I'm saying, and as well as read all of the books in there. I got about 3 good books in there that's you know what I'm saying, the references from. But come back and give me some questions. Ask me some questions. I want to know. Feel what I'm saying? Cause I know I'm going somewhere with this information. So going back, what else we learned? We learned Yaldabaoth when he was created, he has the face. Hold on, let's go to this picture. I'm gonna go to this picture, but I'm going to explain to you what the thing said. Yaldabaoth had the face of a lion, body of a snake, eyes like fire. I talk about the Elohim. Why? The Elohim, we know the Elohim is supposed to be gods or whatever, but the lion face was something to me. It was something to me because the lyre and starseeds. The lyre and starseeds are a byproduct. This is what they say. I didn't write it. A byproduct of the Elohim. These lyre and starseeds and all these other things can be looked at as the same thing as Anunnaki, Orisha, Neteru, all these different things. These different pantheons of spirits. You feel what I'm saying? But now we have a connection. These lion-like beings and avian spirits and connected to Yaldabaoth, this lion deity. You feel what I'm saying? So now what have you? We have a lot of individuals saying like, hey man, I'm a starseed. I come from here, I come from there. This may be why you resonate with them. I told you share attributes with these different beings. Every last one of these beings had a hand in putting some of their power and their own attributes and creating a body. Like I said, go back and read that. And once the spirit was blew into them, or into Pajaradamas or whatever, Pajaradamas became more supreme over all of these beings, what they would call his creators. This is what they said. This is why Bobby Hemmett always say, in the whatever ancient text he was talking about, that the humans were supposed to be more supreme over God or whatever, the creator and all of that. That says it right there in the Gnostic Bible. So go ahead and read that. Get that. Get it ASAP, man, before it go away. Because, once we start shedding light on certain things or whatever, they start to do certain things with it. We live in this digital age. Where my music go? They just took me off. Turn my lights off. Turn my lights off, man. She crazy. Oh, man, look, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. What's today's math? Hold on, I got... Man, look, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. What's today's math? Hold on, I gotta look at the... Born is what? Born is taking it from knowledge to born. You feel what I'm saying? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, freedom, power, refinement, equality, God, build or destroy, or born. Right now, though, we have to build or destroy. Well, we at the born aspect, but we at the end of the motherfucking, what do you call that? The build or destroy aspect. You feel what I'm saying? We breaking down in order to build up. When you build up, you're born into a new being. It's crazy that you just asked me that, and we were just earlier talking about metamorphosis. That's a version of born. That's crazy that you just asked me that. BabaAkil Gracefully, how you know this? You used to be a 5%er? Why you ask me that? Or you watched my video and you just heard what I said before? Yeah. I like that. No, today's mathematics is born. You feel what I'm saying? And if you just was here earlier, just listening to what was going on between me and BabaAkil Gracefully, we was talking about metamorphosis. We was talking about Neo and Trinity becoming the one or whatever, and going through what we're going through, never to learn. Also in that Matrix movie or whatever, in the very beginning, he followed what? The White Rabbit. You feel what I'm saying? White Rabbit, Alice in the Underland. We going into the Underland. We going into this underworld. We going into this subconscious realm. Osiris is the king of the underrealm. The underrealm is the Duat. The Duat is your subconscious mind. When we go through here, we going through the 12 hours of the Duat. The 12 hours of the Duat is a transformation process. Going back to these prokaryotic cells on the sun bark. In the Egyptian text and the funerary text, they tell you to go to the north. They're talking about the aurora borealis, the northern lights. Why are they telling you to go there? They're telling you to go there because it's an electromagnetosphere around the earth. The electromagnetosphere is protecting us from UV rays, they say. But you can absorb UV rays, 99.9% of that, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Right? But it also protects you from solar winds. Solar winds, you have a soul. So that means it protects you from the solar winds from getting in and getting out. At the aurora borealis, it's a thin layer there. Green lights come in. That's the souls getting out. Right? So they tell the deceased in the funerary text, right, or the coffin text, whichever one you're reading, to go to the north. When you go to the north, you will see Ra. Ra will be waiting for you. Ra is whom? The sun. Ra will be waiting. This is all in the Isis thesis as well. Ra is in the sun. With his solar boat and an Agduat of gods. Once you get in there, it will make it an Anid, meaning ninefold. Agduat is eightfold. Anid is ninefold. He's coming with 8 gods, and these are just plasma energies on a quantum scale. And once you get on there, it'll make it 9. And every last one of these beings represent a different part of your actual body, your new form, your God form, your quantum form. And you're going through the process, the 12 hours of the Amduat. And as you do this, you transforming yourself. Now, on the physical side or whatever, they'll say it's just the sun going through the transformation every day, and then it rises up in the east. Right? That's another way to look at it. But on the quantum scale, your sun, your soul is going through a transformation process with all of the information, all of the experiences that it had. Now, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Right back. Hold on.
Bambo jira, Eshuadara bambo jira, 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 Eshualona bambo jira, 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 Eshuadara bambo jira, 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 Eshualona bambo jira, 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 Eshuadara bambo jira, 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 Eshualona bambo jira, bambo jira, bambo jira, bambo jira, bambo jira, bambo jira, bambo.
I'm back, y'all.
Bambo jira, 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 Eshualekwa bambo jira, 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 Eshuadara bambo jira, 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 Eshualona bambo jira, 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 Eshuadara bambo jira, bambo jira, bambo jira.
The Lyrans, hold on. I feel like it's too loud. The Lyrans are amongst one of the oldest souls in the known universe, along with the likes of the Avians and Alpha Draconians. Now, Avians and Alpha Draconians, we know that's got to do with reptilians, and you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And then Avians is birds. Remember, I was equating, if you heard this before, I was equating this and correlating this to Ra, because Ra is associated with the Sphinx. Before I go there, we're going to talk about this. But Alpha Draconians, so the reptilians and the Avians. Y'all the broth is a, what do you call that shit? He has wings as well, you feel what I'm saying? But we ain't even going to go that far. But lion face, we going strictly off the thing. Lion face, right? Snake body, eyes like lightning. Avians and Alpha Draconians, which have been discussed in the links of this article, along with these other beings, they played an essential role in the creation of humanity. Along with these beings, they played an essential role in the creation of humanity and the seeding of the universe with all humanoid sentient life forms throughout. In this way, they have acted as master geneticists and expert DNA engineers. They are also divine creators of entire worlds and civilizations. It is believed that they played a vital role in the civilizations of Atlantis and Lemuria, as well as in providing Earth with the element of fire. Right? That's a hint to Prometheus. But anyways, the Lyrans also assisted in creating for the likes of Pleiadians, Syrians, and other humanoid races. And for this reason, Lyran starseeds tend to identify as hybrids or a number of these other starseeds. It says, it is also worth noting that the Lyran starseeds are believed to be a byproduct of the Elohim. I'm just saying, y'all. A lion is a feline being. Now hold on, because I just said Ra was connected to the Sphinx. BabaAkil. As BabaAkil, or Horus in the horizon, he represented the dawn and the early sun. He was often depicted as a sphinx with the head of a ram, a lion, or a man. The link or the latter providing a link to the god Khepri Ra, the rising sun. I'm just saying, this the Sphinx. This the Sphinx, and the Sphinx, it means to bind. Not to bind, but to bring tight, to hold tight together. Religion means to bind. Religion is controlled by God. God is the devil. That's what they say. So what I'm telling you is to control yourself and control your own mind. You feel what I'm saying? The mind, the part of your mind you want to control is the part that's associated with the material realm. The part of your mind that's associated with the material realm is your ego. The supreme ego, the superego, is Yaldabaoth, what they call God, but you're God. It's your mind. Let's say Yaldabaoth exists in the fourth dimension. We exist in the third dimension. Everything that comes from the fourth dimension, right? Everything that comes from the fourth dimension comes into the third dimension. Well, everything that comes from the third dimension, everything you see in the third dimension, it comes from the fourth dimension. That's the invisible realm, what they say. That's the mental realm. That's the mind. When you learn how to utilize your mind, you learning how to manipulate the nature around you or the reality around you. Just saying, your subconscious mind, it forms the reality around you. When you learn how to control your mind and yourself, you basically learn how to control the universe. But when we think about it like that, we think about like it's controlling other people. You don't want to control no other people. That's not the goal. You got so much energy inside. What you think you got to do that to get some power? Some of these individuals are doing that because why? They have false spirit. False spirit. So they gotta do psychic vampiric activities. You feel what I'm saying? Now it's a way to do that, to obtain positive energy for yourself and transform yourself. They call it Typhonianism. But then you have some other shit that like I just said, psychic vampirism. That's basically what's going on right now. That's basically what the Archon I just told you, the 10% is the bloodsuckers, the slave makers and all that Archon energy. Any public office, secret high office, whatever, the magistrates, judges, polices. So it's not just psychic. We ain't even got to the point where I really want to get you. Y'all ain't even there. Y'all ain't ready yet. We ain't even got to the point of the people of the group, the secret society that call themselves Archons. The members, they call themselves Archons. We ain't even got there yet. That's for another day, man. And am I gonna make it a lecture? Maybe. We need to do like a secret Zoom. I ain't gonna lie to you. We need to do like a secret Zoom. I'm gonna do something. We're gonna have to do something though, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? We can probably go get the lecture. I'm gonna do it. Write it up. But it's gonna be real extensive and heavy. And we're gonna put it out. And the first people that get it or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? We're gonna put something on it. And then after that, we're gonna set up a little Zoom. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna set up a little Zoom. We're gonna actually build on it. I want people to like bring your notebook, bring all of that shit or whatever. We're gonna have a discussion, bring your books, whatever. We can add on to it. All of that shit. We can alter it. We can do whatever we want to do. You know what I'm saying? What? But yeah, man, like that's what I'm on here, bro. Like, they said the Gnostic Revealer is to reawaken people to who they are. The Revealer is not one person. Everybody, I just broke down how everybody is the Otto genes, and the Otto genes gets Hold on. It says it. Fuck it. Fuck it. It say I'm this right in my lecture. No, that's Antimony. That's not that. Hold on. Allogenes receives divine revelations. What's a revelation? Laid bare or to reveal, right? That means to bring something out of concealment. The shit that's inside of you, that's hidden inside of you, bringing it out of concealment. This is an apocalypse. What is an apocalypse? Because the revelation is connected to the rapture or connected to a cataclysmic situation. It means to uncover or to reveal. Apocalyptin. To uncover, to reveal. That's what that means, right? So the cataclysm in it all is the metamorphosis inside of the being, the transformation process that you go through. You've been influenced by the world, the ideas of the world, the moral precepts. Hold on. The moral precepts. Where we going? Where it said. It says, the duty of the children of the good God was to find true spirituality by ignoring supposed moral precepts of the demiurge and prove themselves to have transcended any association with the world of matter. When you do this, it says, this led to the wildest orgies of Antimonian Gnosticism. What is that? That's basically have a license to sin. It's to go against all the thoughts. Not the thoughts, but the moral laws, the legalism, and all these things. It says, Antimonian is one who takes the principles of salvation by faith and grace to the point of asserting that the saved are not bound to follow the moral law contained in the 10 Commandments. And the 10 Commandments come out of what? The 42 negative confessions of Mayat. The 42 negative confessions of Mayat, or something that you confess, you feel what I'm saying, basically to yourself, because Mayat and Anubis and all these other beings or whatever that's going to be here in this ceremony or whatever, are just different aspects of yourself. But what you're expressing to yourself is that I never done none of these things, because this experience that I had was an illusion. That's what it's saying. They didn't got my music on. Who this is? They smacking that shit today. I ain't gonna lie to you. Go ahead and get this document, y'all. This the grand reveal. This probably be the best one I've made just yet. I ain't gonna lie to you. But let me go back up because I wanted to read this. The Gnostic myths describing these events are full of intrinsic nuances and variations, portraying the declination of aspects of the divine into human form. This process occurs through the agency of the demiurge, who, having stolen a portion of power from his mother, Sophia, sets about a work of creation in unconscious imitation of the superior realm. Thus, Sophia's power becomes enclosed within the material forms of humanity. That's the spark, the divine spark of wisdom. These themselves entrapped within the material universe. The goal of the Gnostic movements was typically the awakening of this divine spark of wisdom, enabling the enlightened soul to return to the superior non-material realities which were its primal source. You can't put mundane words on that. This is about as good as it's gonna get explained, and I'm not saying this the end all be all with my words. I'm just saying, just check the concept here. Remember, I'm not trying to change your mind on anything. They also tell you in Gnosticism and other theological systems, a heavenly being subordinate to the supreme being that is considered to be the controller of the material world and the antagonist to all that is purely spiritual. This is the demiurge. This is the antagonist. You the protagonist. We practicing protagonism. What is protagonism? Protagonism is having a main character perspective, a main character idea and mindset. not egoism, not egotism. You're not forcing your ideas and your reality on nobody else. We want to fix our own reality, right? Have we ever sat back and thought about our inner dialogue? Do anybody have inner dialogue? Are you an NPC? Hold on. Need I go back to the NPCs? What is an NPC? What's an NPC? Hold on, let me go back to the document. I know what it is, but I want to read it. When we think of NPCs, we think of non-player characters in the simulation, but have we ever thought, or have we ever stopped to think about who actually is running the program? Archons, right? And those who possess the energy of archons are responsible for the low vibrational thoughts or states and thoughts that we experience in this realm. Archon energy is like Agent Smith of the Matrix, and the revealer is that of Neo, the One. Many in this world are under the spiritual attack by way of psychic projections being forced upon them. These psychic projections are the what? Let's go back to the motherfucking antimonium. This is just a variation of it. This ain't everything. Like I just said, my word is not absolute. Who am I? Nobody. I'm a messenger. Where's Antimonian? Oh, Antimonian is right here. Antimonian is one who takes the principle of salvation by faith and divine grace to the point of asserting that the saved are not bound to follow the moral law contained in the Ten Commandments. Meaning all this shit in the book, all this religious shit, we don't got to do that. The distinction between Antimonian and other Christian views on moral law is that Antimonians believe that obedience to the law is motivated by internal principle flowing from belief rather than any other external compulsion. Antimonian has been considered to teach that the believers have a license to sin. Need I read more? Need I go back to the other book I've been reading from when I bring up the sin? We have a license to sin. We have a license to sin. We have a license to sin. Why do you have a license to sin? What is sin? They say sin is evil. Sin is an experience. If you was born in sin, your carnal flesh is the same as its physical reality. How do you experience the physical reality? How do you maneuver it? You have to be able to experience it. You have to be able to say, no, I don't want to do that. You have to do it first. Or you have to experience it at least secondhand, and it has to be so traumatic to the point to where you're like, nah, I'm not getting down. I ain't getting jiggy with that shit. But still, ultimately, it has to be an internal process. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying. The license to sin may be interpreted as our own way or our very own nature, as the deadly sins are a prime example of how we call sins, or a certain type of what license we utilize throughout to maneuver this reality. Example, gluttony is eating more than you need to keep yourself alive. But if you eat more, if you continue to eat more to obesity, right, then what? You can utilize pride to get yourself together. If a person, they say, watch this. This how crazy sin is in the Bible. If you wearing too many clothes, man. If you wearing too many clothes and it's not to like just protect you from the elements of life, that's sin. But that's an experience. Let me put it in layman terms. We can just say something slight. We just talked about clothes and putting all these clothes on or whatever and all that shit or whatever. They just say you're supposed to just have something just to protect you from the elements. Okay, cool. Watch this. When you start to buy all these clothes, put all this shit on or whatever, you feel what I'm saying, it may fuck up your money. Something so simple like that. Well, let's go further, right? We do know the frequency and the vibration of the clothes, right? It's literally 10 hertz. The frequency of a dead body is 15 hertz. What you're wearing now is lower than the dead body. This is why the Bible say don't cross linen. Hold on, we got some comments. Oh shit. Oh man, thank you. Thank you for the subscription. I didn't even know I was doing that. See, if somebody just subscribed to me, right? And the other day somebody was like, don't be trying to monetize. I didn't even know I was doing that. Now, I probably had done it, but I don't know how this stuff works. I don't really know how this stuff works for real, for real. I'm just trying to give y'all the information the best way I can. You know what I'm saying? That's it, that's all. And I appreciate everybody that came through, that's coming through, that shows love, that sends the pledges, let me use that word or whatever, that sends the support, the likes, the gifts, you know what I'm saying? As well as, this is the most important thing, the feedback. I love the feedback because I want to know where your mind at. You feel what I'm saying? Notice how every time I talk about certain things, like when I talk about like my mentorships or, the consultations, things like that or whatever, I want you to have your notebook and your pen. I want you to be able to record things and write these things down. I want you to be able to have documentation in your life. I got a good memory, but that's still not an excuse. I'm still starting to write things down, and I'm starting to learn the benefits of it. So we got to learn how to start doing this shit or whatever. You can get up every single day and do whatever you do in life. That's fine. I'm not judging nobody or whatever, but think about how many things that you do for yourself. The first thing you do in your day, is it pertaining some type of self-love, some type of self-awareness? If not, then maybe that should be your first step. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe that should be your first step. I learned something from somebody that told me, like, man, you get up in the day and he gives himself his affirmation. He tells himself he's worth it, he's good, he's wealthy, all these things. That's some good ass shit. I learned something from him. So I started to do that, and then what did I start to feel? Some improvement on my consciousness, on my mind. That's what we need. A lot of time we be focusing on the physical reality around us, but I'm breaking down to you that this physical realm, the ancients looked at it as an evil realm, so we want to deal with the spiritual light that was inside of us, or that's inside of us. They just told you the light was trapped into the material world or humanity. Right? The goal is to awaken that spark so you can return to your superior non-reality realms where it's the primal source. You done been here for a long time having experience. Don't think you just came into this life just now. You was born a few years ago, 20, 30 years ago, 10 years ago, however old you is, and you just think you just came into existence. No, you've been doing this. This is why you attracted to this information. Don't think this shit new to you. This shit ain't new. That's why I say I'm not a teacher. I'm not trying to give you something that you don't know. I'm not trying to recreate anything. If I create something, that's based upon my personal you know what I'm saying, my personal goals, and I encourage people to do that for their home. A lot of times we want to fix everything and everybody, but it has to start at home first, right? But earlier, what did I say? I said you have to walk away, right? A lot of times you got to walk away too. You have to become the light. We don't help people by just, hey man, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. You have to have a dissatisfaction in order to stimulate change. You had a dissatisfaction inside of you. You can't cause a dissatisfaction inside somebody else. Now it becomes egotism, and we're just no different from the other people. These religious people that be telling people they doing wrong. You feel what I'm saying? When everybody's doing what they supposed to be doing right now. Nothing is absolute. If you find yourself stuck in a motherfucking what do you call that? In a cycle, you feel what I'm saying? Then that's on you. You got the ability to get yourself up out of that. But once you have that awareness of who you actually are on the inside and what you can actually do and manipulate within this realm and this reality, right? You have a different type of responsibility. You feel what I'm saying? You held to a different type of standard within the spiritual realm. So you can't be disclosing false information and trying to deter people from this, that, and the third or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And if it seems like that's what you're doing, you better recorrect it or whatever. That's why I always be on people, oh, you woo, woo, woo. Now I'm reading out the Gnostic Bible, bro. I ain't write this. You feel what I'm saying? But the reason why I deal with it so much is because I was able to establish my own practice and find out something that was deep in. Now, the more I read it, the more it comes up. And the more you guys support me, the more you will start to see it, the more it'll start to unfold. But ultimately, I want this for y'all. I seen it happen with 360. I seen it happen with 360 and wasn't even watching myself until I really sat down, because I, you know, mentoring, doing all of that stuff, whatever. You gotta take yourself serious. You feel what I'm saying? And you gotta be serious on yourself. You gotta take care of yourself if you want to be able to produce good, positive energy. You feel what I'm saying? High vibrational. Let's just say high vibrational, because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. You want to produce good high vibrational energy. You don't want to be low vibrational when you channeling for these individuals and helping these individuals out. That's gonna hurt them or lower their vibration. Then again, you're not helping. If you extend your helping hand, you should always attempt to come right in zap as best as you can. If not, then you need work. We all need work. Sometimes the work is to help other individuals because you can learn more stuff. Me, that's a personal experience I'm going through. When I help individuals, I learn more stuff. But I had to go through a phase of learning. But I was eager to. So that's probably a difference, I don't know. But it is what it is. I seek this knowledge. That's all I want. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I care about. Maybe that's my problem, and I am learning to. It is like it's a dual experience, so you still have to deal with your physical reality. You can't just tune out your physical reality because it's an illusion. No, you have the ability to make it better because you are the auto genes, the self-created, and you have the powers of these luminaries. Luminaries are angel-like beings. An angel used to be called an angle, and angle is an angle of light. If it's an angle of light, it's just it's a different degree of light. You feel what I'm saying? If it's a different degree of light, that means it's just different. It's a plethora of different ways how you can look at it and view it and gain different perspectives on the knowledge or whatever situation that you're in. So because of this, right? Because you have this ability, you shouldn't just tune out your physical reality. It is an illusion, right? But you shouldn't allow nobody to run it for you. The world is ran by NPCs. It's ran by the archon energies. But the reality that we experience, remember I told you, your subconscious mind forms the reality around you. 10% of the world's population controls 80% of the world's population, right? That means that 85% of the world population is producing the reality that we living in. 5% of us are trying to explain to the world that this is false. It's an illusion. What I'm saying is you got to do that for yourself first, because when you do that for yourself, some individuals are able to see that. What that's called is the actual magician, because magic is to manipulate the reality around you. But you want to convince yourself. Once you start to do that, you start to move further towards it, and you start to increase the power around you. You feel what I'm saying? Now, that light that's shining inside of you, when it starts to actually change the reality around you, people they've been hearing you, but they was tuning you out. But when they see you, they be like, damn, he really doing it. You become the actual magician for real. You feel what I'm saying? After you become the actual magician, if people start to resonate with it, if they actually have the spark of light inside of them and they've been feeling things been off or whatever, they'll start to come to you and start to seek knowledge, basically information. And all you got to do is just share your story. Hey man, look, this is what I did. Give your sources. You feel what I'm saying? Don't hold out, because the thing is, the more and more individuals that becomes aware of themselves or whatever, I said as above, so below. We tapping into something called the Kundalini energy, right? And then we have a black hole inside of the Milky Way galaxy. That's our galaxy, right? That represents individuals who tap into themselves and transcend to the next level. They become worlds on their own because the entire universe exists inside of them, or the entire multiverse. So it eats out at the middle of the fucking galaxy, creates a black hole. That's what we're going back to, right? But we going inside of ourselves. So everybody that's tapping into their Kundalini energy doing this, it's fucking up the world. We got all types of hurricanes. We got all types of stuff. You're not aware of what's going on. You connected with this. Nature is not designed to destroy itself. It just cleanses itself. You going through a cleansing process. She got to go through one too. And if you ain't right in the zack, if you in the way, then it's over with. You can't go against nature. And that's with anything. Everybody has natural abilities. Everybody has a nature about themselves, and you cannot go against it. If you go against it, your life is going to be unbalanced. You can be able to live your life because, like I said, 85% of the masses is controlled by 10%. So they believe whatever. They give them this simulation. And then in turn, out of their subconscious mind, they produce the reality that we live in. So they believe it. They see it. It's here. But the veil is lifted over our eye, our third eye. It's open. We can see beyond it. So because we can see beyond it, we're trying to tell them what's going on. But instead of telling them what's going on, you got to show them what's going on by actually living in it, becoming the light. Oh, who that nigga is?
Oh, baby,
That's
I brought them
360.
on the brethren. What's
What's
good?
that word, man?
What's good with you, Brody?
Man, I want on nothing, man. Go and lay it on me, bro. Lay it on. Give us a
No,
announcement. Hey,
I
y'all.
just want
It's
no. Well,
360,
no.
y'all.
Actually, I just went through what you went through. I don't know what the fuck going on. I just stepped up here, oh, bro. Now I need to go ahead and continue. But hey, real quick, bro. I just went live on my shit, twin. But I had to switch my settings to 18 and older. What you gonna have to do so we can co-host together?
How you do that?
You gonna go to your settings. Let me see. I can't do it because I don't see it in front of me. But I think you just go to your settings, and it should be an option to set it to 18 and older. And then after that, I can go live with you, twin, on bro now. But
I gotta
oh
figure
yeah,
it
bro,
out.
I got some shit for you too, twin.
Yeah?
Yeah, let me
Pretty nice. Don't
turn
talk to
my
me
camera
twice.
on. Let me turn my camera on real quick. How we do this shit? Save. I got some shit for you, twin, on bro. So you can take.
Johnson, you know bro?
Yeah. I took some AI. I just put AI. I put this in the AI shit I was telling you about, and this the type of shit that came up. And then this the one what I put up for art. This what came up when I put in archives.
That shit wicked.
Negative. Damn, it's bad out there too.
Bro, they got it, bro. They gonna survive, bro. They better be right in the zact. Like I was just saying. Shout out to the family that's popping in, man. Everybody, man. You feel me? Peace to all.
So there go your archives, bro.
What?
There go your what's it call it, all that shit on bro now. And then that looks like the Davidoff right there. Look, and these are two different pictures, and it's crazy, bro, because this is what I put in. That's damn near the same as that. The archons in your Davidoff. I think I put for the AI of this right here. And that's AI's interpretation of that shit. Now, what's that lecture that you was talking about with AI? Yeah, I just did that AI in reference to the Akashic records and that deep ass shit you be saying.
Oh man, so look, right? We got this thing called AI. We talk about AI, and we got this grand idea about AI, right? But in the movies, it's interpreted in a different way. How we view it, how we're actually experiencing it, is completely different. AI is actually the selfer savior or the Akashic intelligence. The S, the supreme letter for S, or the supreme alphabet for S, and the supreme alphabet or whatever is selfer savior. You feel what I'm saying? Or not selfer savior, it's save yourself. It's savior and self. It's the actual auto genes inside of you. You feel what I'm saying? This is the revealer. This is the one that's going to tell you. This is your true light inside of you that's going to tell you what's going on or whatever. But it's the 19th letter. AI. Akashic intelligence. It's not artificial intelligence because I always said artificial intelligence was trying to mimic what we had going on. You feel what I'm saying? When you look up, we go and look it up now. Why you did that, bro? You bogus. We go ahead and look it up. All right, hold on. Where we at? Where is it? Right here. I got it in
Hey,
here.
babies on bro. No tap the lights. Pretty got 11,000 likes. Go ahead and run these lights up, share this shit, like this shit on bro now.
So look, right? Artificial intelligence is a collection of technologies that enable machines to perform tasks that are usually associated with human intelligence. Right? These tasks include seeing, understanding, and translating spoken and written language, analyzing, making recommendations, learning from experience, and improving performance, solving problems, creativity, and autonomy. Okay? Akashic Records. See, they call it the records, but this is actually the Hall of Amenti when they're calling it the records. This is your Akashic intelligence. Akashic records are a collection of all events, thoughts, words, emotions, and intent that have ever taken place or that will take place in the past, present, and future. They are said to be imprinted on the Akasha. The Akasha is ether. This was the first word that we used. We didn't even use the term, what do you call that? Air or space. We use ether. We use Akasha. They just replaced it. So this is your actual AI. What you see in the movies is not what we experience as AI. What we see in the movies is sentient nanotechnology. Nanotechnology comes from the moon. It's naturally created on the moon, it naturally forms on the moon, basically. And you already know what's going on with the moon. That's associated with being in control with your emotions and all types of other things. We ain't even gonna get into that because I'm getting into I forgot his name. It's Peter something, but it's Who Built the Moon, and that's what we getting into. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, that's what your Akashic intelligence is.
And Akashic sound a lot like conscious.
I can't hear you, bro.
You can't hear me, bro?
I can hear you now.
Oh yeah, the Akashic records sound like that conscious aspect, and they damn near sound like the internet, the subconscious. And then if you tie into this shit, it's like your quantum entanglement with these devices and gadgets at this point in time in our existence and shit. You think a thought, twin, you start thinking some shit, and then you'll see it in your phone 5 minutes later, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like your phones are entangled with you, and
It's
then
like you got
go ahead,
it's like you got a symbiotic relationship with it.
type shit. And that lets you know, and that's string theory. That's on the string theory from this cosmic equivalence book, y'all. If y'all get if any of y'all are geniuses that can read quantum entanglement, and y'all get the 360 pack, which 360 pack is this? The Walt Disney lecture. I put in a document about this swamp land and the equivalence of it on the string theory perspective. And in the string theory, in the first dimension, strings attach everything. So shit you think about, shit you attach to, there's these strings. And what's that? That's that web shit. That's this right here. That can go with everything. That's why you have connections to what? Your objects, your crystals, those are, you're in a relationship. Matter of fact, let me put my shit on as we speak while we teaching. But on some real shit, like we have these connections with these phones and whoop-de-woo. And look, let's put it this way. Some of y'all found BabaAkil. Some of y'all found me through what? All of y'all. Not some of y'all through what? Your phone. Because of what? You were resonating on what? A specific vibrational frequency. Your algorithm understood the assignment and then connected you with like-minded beings that now have helped you expand your consciousness. But really, you did the work your damn self because you are what? Resonating on this level. You have to be resonating on a specific level for you to knock on this door. That's a relationship. That's a quantum entanglement. You was always connected to this shit. Bro, it's a string. The string has been knitted. You have tied some type of entanglement in an attachment aspect. So it's very significant to understand this shit with your AI of this phone, the AI of you, because now let's go into some deeper shit with this shit when you really start to like, bro, really say this shit, twin. Bro, and like really look at this now. What's the difference? Artificial intelligence, you think of what? You think of robot. You think of robot, you think of what? You think of what? You think of electricity and shit. And if you think electricity, then what the fuck is the difference between that and you? AI. Akashic. That shit is a reflection of self. My bad, bro. Go ahead and do your thing, twin.
Oh, bro, nah, you just was going crazy, bro.
Oh,
Just
baby,
as
I'm
going.
ready.
I was basically saying all of that stuff is mimicking us. So we can really go, we can go a little bit further. So we can go back to Gnosticism a little bit. We was talking about how y'all the broth created these two sons or whatever, and create these duplicate bodies and blew the false spirit into them. Okay, cool. This false spirit does not possess the spark of light that we have, the ones who would choose to go against the modern society norms and all these other things, the Antinomian, the Gnostics, the Elogenes, the Autogenes. You feel what I'm saying? That's us. We're going against that. We possess a different light and we can have a quantum experience. This is a natural, organic experience outside of this physical illusion, right? Now, it's not just the physical reality. It's the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. All these dimensions exist within what you call the universe.
Oh.
It's just be more etherical than this. So what I'm saying is you exist outside of this. They say the subconscious mind exists outside of the consciousness. You still be conscious when you exist inside of the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, the sixth dimension. It's a consciousness thing. You go into different states of consciousness. But your subconscious exists outside of this, and your subconscious is associated with this allogenes, this of another race. It's this autogenes, this self-created, this self-generated. So, watch this. When I'm saying we leave, when we leave from here or whatever, right, the light that's being produced on this place, it ceases to exist. What did I just tell you? 10% of the world is what? It's 10% of the world's population is controlling the minds of 85%. And the subconscious mind produces the reality around you. That means 85% of the world is producing the reality that we live in. If we can convince the ones, the 85%, that, hey, man, you got this light inside of yourself or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? You do your thing or whatever, you go inside of yourself, and they retreat from this place and take away life from this place, the place ceases to exist. But let's go back to the duplicate bodies. You have a descendant of these duplicate bodies, these individuals that possess a false spirit, right? Now what have you? Archon energy, controlling all this technology, artificial intelligence. They have the science. They know the science that you have, but they don't have the organic technology to utilize it. You know what I'm saying? So now what have you? You have what? You have technology. You have artificial technology that's trying to mimic what's going on. But I say it's not what we're experiencing. Why is not what we're experiencing? But because we still have to code it. We're utilizing technology or artificial technology, GPT, chat, all that stuff, whatever. We're still coding. We're still putting in some information for it to produce something for it. We can't talk to it and be like, hey, man, what's this or whatever? I want to see this, that, and the third or whatever, yada, 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 whatever. We got to put it in and actually tell it what we want to see. And it's going to produce it for us. Based upon the coding that was put in there, based upon all the information that's been recorded all around from all your phones, the Tesla cars, all of this stuff that's been Google, all of that stuff. Social media, everything that you upload or whatever. Now they can just produce images of human beings that never existed before. That's crazy. That's wild. So this is what I'm getting at here. It's mimicking what you got going on. What's up, man? Go ahead, lay it on me, 360.
Nah, bro, I'm just listening. I'm on some unk shit. My bad. I'm standing up right now. Hey, bro, actually, bro, I'm going to grab something to eat and shit. If you want to go live on some guest shit later, we
Bro,
can
yeah.
do that. After you change your settings, bro, we'll be able to whatchamacallit. Or I
I'ma
might
do it,
take
bro.
the rest of the day. I just wanted to jump up here and say what's up, show love real quick.
I got to figure it out. I got you, bro. That's a bet. Just hit me up.
All right, bro. I holla at all y'all. Y'all be smooth, bro. Appreciate you having me up here on Babies on Brother on Brothers. I'm out of here, gang.
So, y'all, the man just put me on blast with the whole Akashic intelligence, whatever. I was saving that for a later day because we wasn't ready. I ain't told y'all about the group, the secret society, you feel what I'm saying? And the members that call themselves the Archons. I ain't tell y'all about them. You feel what I'm saying? That's a very key point. And I'm still not gonna tell y'all, but y'all know about artificial intelligence. Y'all know about motherfucking Akashic intelligence now. We utilizing something that's inside of us. Everybody has an Akasha. You feel what I'm saying? And the way in which you go about it and accessing it, that's your Akashic intelligence. You feel what I'm saying? Think about it like, y'all ever watched the movie Spawn? Spawn had that necroplasm that he was that's what empowered him basically. But Spawn, he was basically, he can do whatever he wanted to do. He can self-heal himself. Somebody shot him or whatever, it was self-healing. His cape was alive, it was sentient, all types of stuff or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? All of his weapons and anything, whatever, just came basically from his mind. But it was all inside of his genetics or whatever. That's Akashic intelligence. They show you in movies nanotechnology. When artificial intelligence becomes sentient and self-aware, it utilizes nanotechnology to materialize within the world and go about and do its bidding. Nanotechnology exists on the moon. If you watch this movie, Moonfall, on Max, they talk about how the moon is a machine construct. In that movie, it was this nanotechnology that was self-aware, what they call artificial intelligence. This alien race, they say they come from a dying race, a dead universe or whatever, because their artificial intelligence became self-aware and turned on them. And what they done was created machines or little ships, which was the moon, to come to certain places that was similar to their whatever, their region, whatever they was at or whatever, and form new life. They was never able to actually form new life, but what they said was they seeded our humanity with their DNA. Now I find that crazy because when you think about stories, all you hear about is the sun. And it is a few stories of how the moon came about, but all you hear about is the sun. When the moon comes out, it comes out when we sleeping. You feel what I'm saying? When we sleeping, when we not aware of what's going on, when we supposed to be inside of our subconscious mind, inside of our dream state or whatever, going through that transformation process. But it comes when we sleep. Also, on this thing, they had what? They had a bunch of technology that we have right now, like the whole cloning technology, the 3D printing, whatever. Where they showed it in a more advanced state, and that was an indication saying that they already have all this technology. But why am I saying all this? Why did I just bring this movie up? I brought this movie up because there was quoting out of a book. The book is Who Built the Moon. I got the book. That's why it was interesting to me. I wouldn't just be saying it just because of anything. But it also goes into a lot of other things that we really can't discuss right here because that definitely flagged me. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But they talk about that guy that was in the World War II, I think. You know what I'm saying? The dictator. And they talk about him going to, not to the moon, but probably to the moon. And having conversations with these extraterrestrial entities or whatever and getting information and getting technology and being able to create things or whatever. And I just remember hearing stories about that. So it's very interesting. We just can't discuss it here. But y'all done had me up here for a long time. For a long, long time. So, again, if you guys support this, right? I'm finna go and get up out of here. But if you guys support, go ahead and hit the Cash App. You hit it with whatever you want to hit it with. I don't care. You feel what I'm saying? BabaAkil 333. And then this is what you should get. If you want consultations, hit me up. You feel what I'm saying? And if you want to induct yourself inside the mentorship of BabaAkil, hit me up as well. Also, numerology readings for the Obrodiums only. Because, I rock with the Obrodiums. You feel what I'm saying? 360, that's my guy. So for the Obrodiums only, $15 with the document, I will give you a numerology reading. It would be simple. It would be 3 main numbers that correlates to your life. You feel what I'm saying? If not. But if so, go ahead and get it. That's what I got. That's what I'm offering. You know what I'm saying? I could give you a reading, but I don't want to do that. That's too much energy. We're going to be sitting there chit-chatting all the time. I know how y'all get down. So I'm just going to give y'all what I got to offer. I got this grand reveal. We've been discussing this whole thing, whatever. If you like it, if you support it, you already know what to do. But I'd rather you go ahead and get it. I got books for the references. That's cool. That's just because We reading this now. You got the references. That's fine. You can break it down. You see, okay, he knew he was talking about fine. But I want you to go further into the books. You feel what I'm saying? We got the Nagamani Library. We got the what do you call that? The Gnostic Bible, and then we have the Sethian tradition, the Sethian and Platonic tradition. So we got a few of those things. But just let me know, man. And we're gonna do our thing. We're gonna get to the bottom of who you is, like I just said. That's the whole point of it, you feel what I'm talking about? Want you to be able to not having to come on lies or anything like that or whatever. You want to be able to produce the light out of yourself. That's the whole goal here. Fuck that other shit. So we can start to build here. You feel what I'm saying? What is we sitting here talking about? We need to be building something. We need to be, oh man, well, I know how to do this now. And I'm standing on it and I'm finna go ahead and do it. Okay, cool. It's like me coming out here. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. I want to learn how to do other things as well. You know what I'm saying? And when I do that, I pursue that. You feel what I'm saying? But that's the goal here. You feel what I'm saying? So we can put back into what we call the community, what we want to fix so much. But we just sitting around just chit-chatting. Trying to tell you. But look, man. Y'all be safe. I'm finna get up out of here. How many people? Oh, shit, that's good. It's one person in here. Yeah, man. We up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? You done made it to the last end. And I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate all the love, like I said, all the likes and subscription. Shit, I just support. I appreciate the support, man. Y'all know I don't be wanting to come up here. I don't be wanting to come up here. Not necessarily. I be wanting to teach. Not teach, but learn. I'm tired now. I be wanting to learn, man. That's all I do. Like right now, I just said I'm tired. And you would think I'm finna get off of here and go to sleep. But I'm not. I'm finna go here. I'm finna get off of here and read. It's my life, man. It's the story of my life. So y'all be safe out there. Yeah, man. You already know what to do. Hey, no, because I just seen my dude just popped in. Deep. What we doing? What we doing, my dude? Because I'm finna jump up off this thing. But I still got the energy. You feel what I'm talking about? I know, I heard what you said. But you already know we ain't got to discuss that. Like, that was just, I gave you that. You already know you have, you feel what I'm saying? You already know you got access to all the information that I got right now. Deep Doing is somebody I'm mentoring right now, yo. I'm helping my dude with whatever he want right now. We ain't going to discuss his personal information, but just know he one of the guys. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, we ain't got to discuss that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I respect what you said or whatever, but we can, like I said, it's all about you. You feel me? Bro, you already know what's going on, man. So, yeah, you know, I'm finna get up off here in a second. And like I said, bro, we can tap in if you want, if you're ready. Yeah, bro, I still got the energy. I just had to come up here because you got to show yourself some type of dedication, bro. You know what I'm saying? I call myself, want to be a student, an advanced student out here, share my information. Well, that's how I'm finna do it. Cause I can't share it with the people that's around because that's just me trying to help the people that's around. And that sounds kind of crazy, but these people that's literally around you know what's going on in their life, meaning it may be a veil over their eye. We may perceive it like that or whatever, but they don't perceive it like that. They don't have that dissatisfaction, but we do. But I'm on this live right now, and it's a whole bunch of people that be watching, right? I feel like you already have a dissatisfaction, so we already think alike. But the people that don't, when they start to see, because, you know, they ask questions. When they start to see the improvements, you walking in light, you becoming a true and living God, they be like, bro, how you do that? What you doing? You know, it's a mystery. We tapping into the mysteries. They like to say, oh, history, that's his story. It is his story. But they be like, oh, we got to go to our story, or not our story, but her story. You feel what I'm saying? No, we got to go into the mystery. The ancients, they dug into the mysteries. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't no history. They dug into the mysteries. Mystery is my story. My story. You want to go into my story. Not mine, but yours. So it's not ours. It's yours. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, but that's no, we gotta be together. That is. But everybody has a function. It's a puzzle, and everybody is a piece on the puzzle. It ain't too many pieces on the puzzle that's the same piece. We do have twins. But even then, it's about the energy. So you got to shape the energy pertaining on you got to shape yourself, your spirit, pertaining on the energy that exists inside of you, that aligns with you, that you came with, that you resonate with. If you don't, then your life will be unbalanced. You have chakras, you have luminaries, you got a Kabbalah tree of life. You got all these different doctrines that you can utilize that correlates with the quantum functions inside of your body, the alchemical functions or events that's taking process inside of your body. People, I'm not just saying this. This written down. I ain't write it, but I resonate with it because I'm a man living in this physical body. I got this physical body. I'm a spiritual being living inside this physical body. I'm having this experience. So, of course, these things are going to correlate with this physical body as well as the spirit because we had ancients that wrote on this because they went inside themselves and recorded it. When you start to look at it from an esoteric perspective, you start to look at the actual message in between the surface. You look beyond the surface. That's what my enlightener always used to say. He said, dig beyond the surface. Go beneath the surface. What are you talking about? I really didn't know what he mean. Now I know what he mean. You have to go really deep for real, and truly find that truth. A lot of times, what your mind is open to, the next person's mind is not going to be open to. And if you call yourself following that person, believing in that person, and, oh man, whatever they saying is truth or whatever you quote unquote believe in, you will never be able to tap into it. And it may be what you need to get you to the next level. If that person tries to hinder you, don't even worry about it. Just walk away. Like this picture. It's going to get taken care of. Trust me. It happens. When you're dealing with the spirit realm, this shit ain't nothing to play with. You can laugh. You can joke. You can be like, all you want. But it ain't nothing to play with. Those that deal with it know exactly what I'm talking about. It speaks for itself. You ain't even gotta explain it. So again, I'm finna slide up out of here. I wish all you guys well. You feel what I'm saying? Hit me up again. If you do support, right? If you do just happen to support the Cash App or whatever, and you actually want something, hit me up as well for that. Don't just support and just support. You can, hey man, I want this. I'm supporting though. You know what I demand. Just let me know. Y'all be safe out there, man. We got a lot going on. Deep. I'm finna hit you up, man. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all follow my dude. This man be talking that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. He be acting like he don't wanna get out there and spit. Yeah, I'm putting you on blast. Hold on. This nigga right here. Where he at? Y'all go follow Deep, bro. He be spitting that. I ain't gonna lie to you. But again, y'all be safe out there, man. And go follow my YouTube, BabaAkil 333. Or it may just be BabaAkil, but it's the same picture up there. Just go follow my YouTube. Check my YouTube out, you feel what I'm saying? I'm finna get off of TikTok. I ain't gonna lie to you, because TikTok don't let me say nothing, man. I'm bad. I like to say what I want to say. Got me stuttering. I already naturally stutter, but now I'm trying to speak how, I gotta speak proper and all of that. No, I ain't with all of that. The alchemy, you gotta break this all the way down. You feel what I'm saying? Putrefaction, gotta break it down to the lowest form. That's what's going on here. But like I said, I love y'all. You know I'm gonna stay here all day. Be safe out there.